Amy Nestor Legis, Lisa Forrest Mitchell, and Coach Rich Kemp. And now the cross-country teams for the boys, 1970 and 71 and 71-72. Once again, Coach Rich Kemp, Eldon Jones, Dalvin Beeler, Chuck Baker, Bob Lund, Dale Doherty, Bill Welsh, Jeff Parker, Greg Bowser, Jeff Grimm, he was deceased, Rob Wallace, and Rick D'Annunzio. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for these Hall of Fame inductees? Thank you.
Hey, did you guys ask Mr. Koenig? Painting? Did you, Allie?
No, she didn't.
Can you guys ask?
If it was a check or if it was a
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the four words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
WRS Wealth Advisors.
The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
Hello and welcome all you football fans for another installment of YSN Live Football. Today, the Austintown Fitch Falcons hosting in the Ursuline Fighting Irish in a battle of a Division II versus Division IV squad. Ty Bartell alongside Trey Civarella joining me tonight on color commentary. Trey, of course, we know as senior of the Ursuline Irish, you know this team pretty well, Trey. What are the Falcons getting themselves into with this Irish offense?
The Falcons are getting into an explosive battle with a very good offense and a defense that's been struggling these past few weeks, Ty. This Ursuline offense is going to come out strong. They're going to hit you in many different ways, and they're going to try and wear you down with their quick-paced style of offense. The defense, though, on the other hand, has not played very well these past couple weeks, with the exclusion of Hickory. This defense has given up a lot of points to Chardon and to Bishop Hartley. The defense looking to rebound and trying to get back into it.
We've seen this Ursuline defense be very sharp at some points, but like a roller coaster ride, it's been up and down. But we know one thing's for sure, the offense has been consistent. On the other side for the Falcons, everything in just a 2-game span has seemed consistent. You got to remember the game against Glen Oak pulled out from under them, as Glen Oak unfortunately having a COVID case and pulling that game out from the Falcons, I believe, on Thursday, leaving the Falcons no time to reschedule. So they have a bye week. Rest versus rust debate comes in now. Are the Falcons going to be as sharp, or are they going to be wishing they had a opponent in week 3?
You know, I think that this is good for them. I think that getting an extra week beneath their belt to get them healthy and make sure that they're ready for this is going to be a very big game. This is going to be an Ursuline team that I believe that's going to go very deep in the playoff and is going to give them a good challenge. So I believe that week off is going to help them rather than hurt them.
Absolutely, as now the Irish will be receiving the ball first. They won the toss, elected to receive, and they will be having the opening possession of the game as Josiah Burney back ready to kick it off, as we are just about underway here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in beautiful Austintown, Ohio. Josiah Burney, kicker last year, returning letterman this year for the Falcons, as the Irish back ready to receive. And we said this too, that we expected the Irish, if they win the coin toss, that they were going to elect to receive. Wildly important when you have a defense that's struggling to make sure that they're not the first ones on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Very crucial. Very early in the game, they need to make sure that they're doing everything the right way, not giving up the big play, and also not making any mistakes that's going to cost them later in this game.
As now, looks like after a brief discussion with the official, we're ready to set things up and be underway. Got to remember, the last 2 matchups, the Falcons are 2-0 against the Irish, a big win last year too. Both Shannon and Sherwood were featured in this one, and I think there's no doubt that that's the biggest story surrounding this game. It's the battle between Brady Shannon and Devin Sherwood in this one.
Yeah, familiar faces going back at it again. Another year, another game. 2 big name quarterbacks in this area looking to put on a show tonight.
As the Falcons are ready, the Irish are ready, we are ready, and we are just about ready to get underway here in Greenwood Chevy Stadium. As we expected, both sides getting a little rompous, as we expect it to be nothing but pure earthquakes here in Austintown, Ohio.
It is loud in this place right now, Ty. It is loud, and people are on their toes. This is going to be a good one.
McElroy with the return, stopped up there right around the 25, and that is where the Irish will take over on offense. As we look at the starting lineup for the offense, Brady Shannon starts at quarterback, DeMarcus McElroy is at running back, Dean Boyd, Jacqueline Irving, Will Burney, Mark Manning at receiver, and their offensive line, Brian Frasco, Colton Ross, Hayden Dorian, Padraig McCarthy, and Isaac Lucas.
Yeah, a big thing for this Ursuline offense early, I want to point out, last week McElroy had a lot of issues controlling and keeping the ball in his arms. He had a couple fumbles last week, one in the red zone, which turned out to be very costly at the end of the game. He needs to stay calm and keep the ball in his hands and not give up the football. Ty.
As they go right to McElroy and trying to get to that edge, and the Falcons had it scouted well, as only able to get maybe a yard on that carry. Brings up 2nd and 9 now for the Irish. And I think no doubt they want to get the running game going, but it's going to have to come through Brady Shannon tonight.
Yeah, and a quarterback draw here for Shannon. He can move.
Shannon trying to get to the outside, stopped up short yet again, as he might have gotten a yard. Looked like he definitely got back to the line of scrimmage, but now bringing up a quick 3rd down now and 6 to go for the Irish.
Yeah, a big thing that this Irish offense is going to do is they like to play up-tempo. They like to go no huddle. They get their signs from the sidelines really quickly, and they want to go. They want to wear down this defensive front, Ty.
As now rolling out to his right, firing a seed on the money for a 1st down and more.
Will Burney.
As Will Burney with the reception gets pushed out of bounds near the 50, as that is a 1st down for the Irish. And a big 3rd down conversion moved the chains, and that little wins at a time for the Irish, as that is going to give them a little bit of momentum now.
Yeah, very good job by Brady to stay calm, stay in his game, and find the receiver in the open field and hit him right on the chest.
As now Brady Shannon with his first completion in his first attempt of the game has the Irish now setting up shop right at that 42-yard line as they are trying to move their way across midfield and get themselves into Falcon territory. I think wildly important that Ursuline comes away with some points on this first drive just to get some momentum out of the gates.
Yeah, you got to get something just to get your confidence up. It's a big game. There's a lot of people here. The pressure's on. So just getting any type of points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, is really big on this drive.
As doing a single receiver out to the left of Shannon. Bunch formation. Look like 2 receivers set up out to the right.
Yeah,
looks like Roy in the backfield.
Appears to be Dean one-on-one here at the bottom of your screen.
And the fake on the handoff, Shannon keeps it himself, again trying to get the edge. And we see Shannon trying to establish the run out of the quarterback position, not really finding any success early on right now.
No, and it's something they haven't really done these past couple weeks, Ty. I mean, he's been able to get yards with his legs scrambling, but there hasn't been too many design runs. Kind of little surprised to see that here early.
As just trying to do some things different and change things up is Coach Reardon against this very dynamic Falcons defense. As the draw of no play action pass over the middle
Mark
and
Manning.
it is a seed.
That's Mark Manning.
And Manning keeps on going as he works himself into Falcon territory. Tackled right around that 30-yard line. And in a matter of a couple of passes, the Irish have already found themselves threatening to score against the Falcons.
Yeah, and another thing that they love to do on offense is they love RPOs. They are not afraid to run an RPO, and they run them very frequently, especially with Manning in that slot over the middle.
Especially when you have guys like McElroy, too, in the backfield. It helps running those run-pass options. As now 3-receiver formation out to the left, single receiver out to the right. Again, the handoff this time goes to DeMarcus as he gets stopped up right around the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 10 now for the Irish.
Yeah, something this Irish offense has to do is, and they didn't do this last week, which is to what I believe why they struggled in that first quarter. Dean didn't get really any targets. Dean Boyd, the commit to Harvard, he didn't really get any targets in that first quarter. I think they have to get him going, especially what appears to be one-on-one at the bottom of the screen, and maybe with the safety coming over. Oh, he looked this way.
As Brady Shannon trying to break out of the pocket now as he falls forward for about 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 now. 2nd, 3rd down coming up now for the Irish. They are 1 for 1 on their opportunities.
Yeah, he looked Dean's way there. That was his first read. He saw the safety come down and had to pivot. But they were really adamant on trying to get Dean the ball there.
As you got to keep your eyes on defensively, Deshaun Vaughn, number 9, Deshaun Vaughn Jr., 3 picks in that first week against
Pick
Cheney.
play.
As another great play as it's going to be close, and it looks like definitely a first down for the Irish as another 3rd down conversion has them setting up shop at the 25 right on the cusp of the Falcon red zone.
Yeah, good pass, good catch, very well-designed play by this Ursuline Irish offense. A good call by Coach DeSantis, offense coordinator for the Ursuline Irish.
Trying to spread out this offense as much as they can are the Irish, and Shannon keeps it himself as again tackled up after a modest gain for the Irish, and Shannon on that one bringing up 2nd down. As Brady Shannon, like you said, Trey, getting out of the pocket a lot more, using his legs a lot more. Maybe a strategy by Coach Reardon trying to get the Falcons off their game.
Yeah, Brady Shannon, not a slow quarterback by any means, and these defensive linebackers and safeties for this Fitch defense are flying out of every corner and every nook and cranny, Ty.
And there you go, finds another completion, and that is going to go for another big Will Burney with a big catch again. Close to a 1st down. I think he's going to be just short. Looks like they're marking him about a yard, but nonetheless now inside the red zone are the Irish with another 3rd down and short coming up. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs this drive for Ursuline. Shannon taking the snap and has the handoff to DeMarcus McElroy as McElroy gets stopped up, but after getting the first down, as maybe at the 10-yard line, we'll see if it's going to be 1st and goal or 1st and 10. Looks like they're bringing the chain, setting it up. Yep, he's going to be setting up right at that 11.5-yard line, it looks like. So out, not a 1st and goal situation, and a beautiful pass on that stick route as he
touchdown Irish! Tyreek Dunlow
finding the end zone on a beautiful designed stick route, as Dunlow found some open pastures in front of him, took it for pay dirt as the Irish lead it 6-0 to open things up.
Yeah, Ty, if you told me, and this is nothing against Tyreek Dunlow, he's just mainly a defensive player. If you told me that he was going to be the first guy to score in this game with all the names that we mentioned already, I'd tell you were a liar.
And the biggest thing we need to see from the Irish, and I think the key for them, if they want to beat this Division II Falcons team, you got to create weapons in other areas. And as good as we know Boyd is, as good as we know Irving is, you need to have weapons in other areas, and we see Irish creating one just there.
When you focus too much attention on one or two players, one often sneaks out, and that was the case for Tyreek Dunlow.
As a rainbow kick does make it through the uprights, and it is 7-0. Irish to lead things now, as the Irish pretty quickly got through some 3rd down conversions, 3 of them to be exact, to make their way downfield. So Fitch having a couple opportunities to stop them, but again, that Irish offense, it's one thing to stop them a couple times. It's another thing to stop them for 4 straight downs.
Yeah, that's not easy. I mean, if you look at the first couple weeks, even actually the whole season, they've been able to score 20-plus points. 2 of the weeks they scored 50, or 1 of the weeks they scored 50 and then 42. This Irish team is a very, very dynamic and explosive offense.
As now, Ursuline getting ready to kick things off as we'll get our first looks at the Falcons offense. 7:44 left to go in the first quarter, with the Irish leading it 7-0. So taking a modest amount of time, 4 minutes and I believe it was, 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 16 seconds on the drive for the Irish opening drive. So a modest amount of time they took. And I think that's the biggest thing too, especially with getting possession first. You know, the Falcons can have that opportunity for a 2-for-1 at the end of the half. You can't allow them to have it, and time management is going to be a big key in that.
Yeah, the big thing here now for this Fitch offense is Devin Sherwood has to respond. They have to get points up, and they have to stay calm and play their style of offense. Make sure they get some type of points up, just as we talked about for the Irish. Getting some sort of points in this opening drive is critical.
As we saw, the Irish struggling to score last time against Shard. Not the case here, as they took some time before they opened up the floodgates, but they opened them up real early here. First possession, first drive ends in 6. Extra point was good, make it 7, and now the Falcons back ready to return, as now looks like Cam Smith and DJ Williams are back.
Yeah, Ursuline taking a little extra time here to get into their kicking formation.
As you got to figure Coach Reardon just making sure that you don't want the Falcons to get 6 right here on a special teams play.
Well, week 1, that was their big issue. They gave up a kick return to Bishop Hartley, and their special teams in general, just on every kickoff, it seems like the returner was getting 40, 30 yards each return. That was a big emphasis going into week 2. I'm sure he's stressing that now with how dangerous these Fitch returners can be.
As James McClone back ready to kick, as that kick is a squib kick on the ground. Falcons are just going to take it, fall on it, and they will set up shop right at the 33. Interesting strategy there by the Irish.
Yeah, very interesting. Not too sure whether that was meant to be aimed at a specific player, try and get it to bounce off, jump on it, but pretty good field position to start now for this Fitch offense.
As Fitch, the Irish essentially gave him about 8-9 yards in exchange for not letting him have more open field to return it. So you might see this as just, hey, we're going to try to trust our defense, not let anything happen on special teams. Going to be interesting, though, as now the Falcons, Devin Sherwood out of the shotgun now. Extra blockers lined up for the Falcons. Single receiver formation out to the left, as DJ Williams, I believe, sets up in the backfield. No, excuse me, that is Tyree Mitchell, who gets the first carry, gets to the outside run, and there he goes! Open dirt, beautiful block, and he keeps on going. The 30, 35 to the 20, a flag is down as he's tackled.
There's going to be a block in the back.
As there's going to be a tackle around the 20. Flag is down on the field, though. Let's listen in to our officials and get the official call on the field. as it looks like the Falcons are already walking back, knowing where the penalty was committed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a block in the back
But
here, Tyler.
again, that's what we said. The Irish defense needs to be better against the run, and an opening run by Tyree Mitchell like that, it's got to raise your ears and eyes a little bit if you're the Irish defense saying, hey, it didn't hurt us this time, but we need to watch that going forward.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised on the kickoff, because this Irish defense has struggled so much. It's giving them this good a field position off the rip. I felt like it was a unique strategy, to put it into words, but yeah, that's why I was very surprised with the decision to squib it there, because of how much struggles this Irish defense has had.
As it looks like they're setting up the ball on the 39-yard line. So we'll see what the reasoning is. If that's where the initial penalty was called, but I thought the penalty of the illegal block in the back happened
midfield.
A little bit, yeah, towards that 50-yard line. So
yeah.
An interesting spot. I don't know what the initial call is, and it looks like they're checking off too. And now that's where they're saying, I think everything is good. The officials say everything's good. We're all good here.
1st and 5, I guess. Why not?
As it's going to be 1st and 3, so they
go 3,
from,
sorry.
So they take away the first down, obviously run from it on the illegal block in the back, but a 1st and 3 situation now for the Falcons. As again, Sherwood takes the snap a little bit high, hands it off. No, does not hand it off, fakes the handoff, and Sherwood takes it himself, barrels forward for a 1st down, and the Falcons move the chains as they approach midfield now.
Yeah, and number 13, John Edmonds, laid a pretty hefty hit on Devin right there as he went to the ground.
Trying to make him feel it, as we know that Devin Sherwood likely to break out of the pocket when it does collapse, but he's one of the best at keeping a play alive and keeping himself alive as long as he can until the play finally collapses and the pocket collapses.
Yeah, he's magical when he gets outside that pocket. To put it into layman's terms, he is special when he gets outside the pocket, Ty.
Trips formation out to the right. The fake handoff on a play action, trying to step up and unleashes the cannon, as that one a little bit too strong. Luckily not picked off by the Irish on that one, as Ja'Kylan Irving was the one closest to the ball, but a little bit out of his reach, and now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Maybe a situation he was feeling the pressure, just decided, hey, I'm just going to chuck it downfield.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the receiver was, but it looked like it was double coverage. He just decided, why not? I mean, 1st and 10, took a shot, didn't hurt him, so.
Falcons love to utilize the play action pass a lot, and they lull you to sleep with a great combo of backs in both Tyree Mitchell and DJ Williams. Again, sending into motion, that was
there goes
Dan
Devin
Evans
again.
Third, and Devin Sherwood running forward, close to a 1st down. Looks like he might be a yard short, but has now crossed into Irish territory past the 50.
Yeah, a lot of options early. A couple, kind of a funny style. A couple options and a shot downfield, and obviously that run was taken back, but it looks to be a heavy run offense against this Ursuline defense, which means they scouted well.
Yeah, right now they know you're going to unleash the run a little bit, but they do have the pass in their repertoire. As, again, handoff that time to Tyree Mitchell, who just bounces off of an initial tackler and goes forward further into Ursuline territory for another 1st. And that goes back to it. Ursuline needs to be better tackling up front.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards and turned it into 8. That's what you can absolutely not have on this Ursuline defense, and that's what they struggle with. Chardon was a heavy run team, and it hurt them a lot.
As we know that the Ursuline Irish offense can keep them in many games, but if they can get that defense, some of the defensive struggles corrected, as target there, beautiful catch on the far sideline, as hauling that one in is Donnie Ellis right around that 10-yard line. Fantastic coverage on him all the way down by Ja'Kylan Irving. That was just a heave, a prayer, and just reaching your hands out. Donnie Ellis with an amazing catch.
Good coverage, better catch and throw, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Game's a little bit of luck and a whole lot of skill, but that's a little bit of luck play right there. It mixed in with it, as now moving into the red zone of the Irish are the Falcons. The handoff, fake the handoff, now goes to Tyler Evans on the screen pass. Evans keeps on going, keeps fighting forward, as close to the end zone. He's going to be stopped up just short, and looks like they're going to mark him maybe at the 1, possibly the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that was, once again, we keep going back to it, but that was another example of poor tackling. It seemed like there was 2 or 3 guys that could have got him, and he just got an extra 3-4 yards because of that.
As now, looking like they're going to set up shop just inside of the 2-yard line are the Falcons. 1st and goal now.
And if they can get in here quick, this was a very quick drive.
As DJ Williams set up in the backfield as the back. They give it to him. DJ Williams barrels his way forward for 6. As DJ Williams, they were worried about having the week off, about him getting a little rusty. Not so, as he picks up right where he left off against Canton McKinley and Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. 3 touchdowns for Williams in that one, and he opens up the first Falcons offensive drive with a touchdown.
That was just all muscle. He just powered through there, Ty. Nothing but power.
And what we're seeing, and despite the fact that the Falcons are and can be a pass-heavy team, this might be an instance where we see passing offense against rushing offense the rest of the game, or at least a majority of part of it.
Well, if Fitch scouted, which it looks like they did, they know that this Irish defense struggles heavy against the run. So I would expect a very heavy run offense from this Fitch team tonight.
And, I mean, both defenses have some things they got to work on after the first initial drive. Fitch needing to be better on 3rd down scenarios. When you have the Irish down, you got to keep that offense down. If you keep giving them extra chances, the Irish are going to hurt you. And then on the other side, like you said, defense, running defense is huge for the Irish. It's going to need to be something that they're going to have to correct in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can clean up the defense and Fitch can clean up the 3rd down stops, it's going to be a crazy game. Nonetheless, I think it's going to be one anyway. I think we're trending toward that direction as we speak, but this is going to be a good one.
As the Falcons took just under 3 minutes to complete that drive, 2 minutes and 56 seconds to be exact on the drive. So you're looking at around just under 5 minutes for the Irish and just under 3 for the Falcons. What that tells us, a little bit about time management and how both teams are trying to operate. Falcons trying to run and gun, get up points quick. The Irish trying to play the clock, and smartly so. And Coach Reardon knows that's what he's going to need to do. You can't. The more time, the more possession time you allow the Falcons to have, the worse position you're in. So they figure if they win time of possession, they have a great chance at this one.
Yeah, if you at home, like most of America, watched the game last night, the last team with the ball ended up winning. That could be the very same case here tonight, Ty.
Yep, absolutely. As the Irish getting ready and getting set for their second offensive drive of the game. First one ended in 6 on a touchdown pass from Brady Shannon.
Yeah, something real quick I didn't realize I want to point out here. On the sidelines, number 23 is Christian Lynch. He was their backup running back for most of the season so far. He is in street clothes. He is not in pads. Didn't realize that until just a couple seconds ago. I didn't see that on any reports from us, but he is not in pads tonight. He's in street clothes.
Whether or not that's an injury that we don't know about or undisclosed, but it is going to be an interesting story to follow along throughout this game.
Yeah, I would imagine that means Tyreek Dunlop, the player who scored the touchdown for the Irish in their opening drive, I would imagine that means he's their second back up
and
behind DeMarcus.
Hey, he's already making a noise in this one too, so way to get out and get on him early. As the Irish back ready to receive the kickoff, and the boot from Josiah Burneye is just that, a boot that sails into the end zone. They won't even give the Irish a chance to return it. We're going to take a real quick break, be back with the Irish's second offensive possession right after this on ysnlive.com.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
And welcome back, everybody, as we are right back here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in beautiful Austintown, Ohio, as the Austintown Fitch Falcons coming away with a touchdown their last offensive drive, now having to face off against the Ursuline Irish. Second offensive drive by the Irish. Both of these teams scoring a touchdown in their first drive, though.
Yeah, very impressive start from both of these, by both offenses. on the flip side, a very poor start from these defenses.
As we're seeing another spread formation for the Irish, and the handoff goes to McElroy this time, and McElroy with a solid rush, and that is going to be huge for the Irish. If they could start getting the run working in conjunction with the pass, this is an offense that becomes that much more dangerous.
Yeah, they got to get DeMarcus going. If they can get him going and start making this Irish or this Fitch defense guess, it's going to be a lot more effective.
And that time there was no guessing. Well, there was some guessing, and they guessed correctly as tried to go right back to the well, but found it was dry the second time around. As now we're under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter of play. Teams tied up at 7 apiece. Irish 2nd down and 12 coming up for Ursuline as Shannon out of the shotgun, taking the snap. As a 5-step drop, now rolling out to his right, trying to play quarterback and conductor on the field, now just going to use his legs from left field now to the near side of the field as he gets pushed out of bounds near the 40. And boy, oh boy, you want to talk about a great improviser. That was an example of just that.
It's like I said, when he gets out of the pocket, he can run too. He's done that a lot the first couple of weeks. He's got outside the pocket and he's took off. Very, very comfortable with getting outside that pocket and just running.
As it was enough for a first down for the Irish. And again, the handoff to McElroy, and that one, as he got about 2, it looked like, on the carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Irish.
Yeah, now watch out, because Dean hasn't gotten a target yet, like we mentioned. Watch Dean one-on-one here on the bottom, and watch Mark Manning when in the slot here, coming across the middle of the field on a possible RPO like we saw in the first possession. Just as I said, it was an RPO.
And right there for a seed across the middle of the field, and right back into Falcon territory with that one, as Will Burney coming away with another big catch. They've been going to him a lot in that midfield.
Yeah, it's almost like I've watched this offense play a couple times, Ty. It's almost like I've seen them run this, but
as Tony Romo-esque in our press box here at Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium here. 2:50 to go in this first quarter of play. On the 45-yard line are the Irish. Again, the handoff that time to McElroy, and McElroy with open space. And it looks like tackled right around that first down marker. They're going to mark him a yard short.
Now, very quickly, I'm expecting a shot. Coach DeSantis loves kind of lulling you to sleep a little bit with these run plays, little short digs, outs. Watch for an over-the-top with one of these speed receivers in Boyd or Manning here on the left side.
On the 36-yard line now. 2nd down and 1 for Ursuline. As Brady Shannon, 2 receivers out to his left, 2 to his right. DeMarcus McElroy in the backfield. And the snap, 5-step drop. Going to just go screen pass and get it to McElroy, who's going to promptly get the first down. Not a whole lot of yardage, but enough for the first down. Looks like about 2 yards on the reception. As now they get another first down as our clock winds down near the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I want to say real quick, Dan Evans, number 3, has been locking down Boyd on these routes. Brady looked left, and he wanted Dean on that route up the sideline, but I mean, Dan Evans was just all over it. He's been all over him this whole game so far.
And what Dan Evans lacks in size, he makes up for it in speed and elusiveness, but no making up for it there as does come up with a big tackle, does Dan Evans III, again stopping Will Burney on that catch. But Will Burney picking up where Dean Boyd is leaving on the field and picking up promptly with some big catches here in this game.
It's like we said earlier, Ty, you focus too much on one person, that another person's going to have to step up and start making catches. Looks like it's Will Burney right now.
Minute and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. High snap, and then the fake.
Tyreek Dunlow, here we go again.
And Dunlow gets tackled right inside the 20, but he's made his way inside the red zone of the Falcons.
So, like we mentioned earlier, it does appear that he is the back behind DeMarcus to start taking carries now that Christian Lynch is out.
And he has been huge, too, has Dunlow. Shannon looking to the side, finds Burney. Burney on the screen pass, dives
end zone.
As hitting pay dirt, Will Burney on the screen pass. Second touchdown pass of the game for Shannon. Make it 13-7 Irish.
This Irish offense is feeling it, Ty. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous.
As we might see a fireworks show like the 4th of July here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium. As we've wound back the clock a couple months. It doesn't seem like September anymore, Trey.
This is crazy. This could be one of those games like we saw week 1 for Ursuline where it's just score. Big play here, big play there. Who's going to have the ball last? That could be the question.
As Regan Smith ready to kick it. As the kick attempt through the uprights is good, and it's a 14-7 Ursuline Irish lead. There's a minute 5 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Fitch readying up to get their second offensive possession of the game. We're going to take a real quick break and be back after this on ysnlive.com.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are readying up for the Falcons, just about ready to receive their second offensive possession of the game as the Irish back ready to kick it off. But let's rewind things a little bit, go through that last offensive possession from the Irish. The first drive, Fitch a couple of times was able to get them in third down scenarios. At that time, it looked like it was a hot knife through butter for the Ursuline offense.
Yeah, just spreading out their offense, going little dig here, fake run here, option here, RPO. Just keeping this defense and these linebackers guessing. That's been the game plan as it appears so far for this Irish offense.
And if this game turns out to be anything like the Ursuline and Bishop Hartley game week 1, we are in for a treat. Another squib kick, and again just falling on it, and they're going to call that one down again. And I don't know if that's the strategy this whole game, not to let special teams beat them, but that's what they're electing to go with.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out in that first possession, but see, run it back, see if it can catch on the second time.
As now, the Falcons readying up for their second offensive possession of the game. First one ending in a DJ Williams touchdown, as he has now 4 in the last 2 games. Big numbers for a young sophomore back, as we see him being the feature back in a trips formation out to the right with a single receiver out left for the Falcons here. And the snap goes right to DJ Williams. DJ Williams getting to the outside. DJ Williams for a first down and more. They can't bring this Falcon down as they finally get him down past midfield. The rush defense bites the Irish yet again as a big run from the Falcons, and in one play on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, Irish defense just can't bring this guy down. I mean, no matter what they're trying to do, one guy, two guy, not enough.
As that's got to be one of the things Coach Reardon has to be scouting and circling on this offense, saying we need to stop the run going forward. As again, Sherwood taking the snap, fakes the handoff there to Williams, rolls out to his right, now runs it himself, going forward, and that's going to be a first down and more. It looks like he got the edge as he goes out of bounds near the 30.
This is where Devin Sherwood is special, Ty. He gets out of the pocket, he starts scrambling. Good luck, because he's going to make a couple guys miss.
And, I mean, the game pretty much turning out as we expected. We knew Ursuline's defense was struggling coming into it, and it was going to be hard to adjust against this very prolific Falcon offense. But this Ursuline offense, dare I say, the best in Division 4, dare I say the best in the state, too, one of the best in the states. You know they're going to be able to keep themselves in a lot of games, but that defense needs to come around.
Yeah, the defense has got to make a stop at some point. I mean, you can't ask your offense to make a play every time, and
DJ Williams like a bulldozer, and as a coincidence, it is construction night for the Falcons student section, and there's no bigger bulldozer than DJ Williams on the field right now, carrying a couple Irish with them to the 30-yard line.
He's just a force. I mean, he just shook off a nose tackle like he was nothing.
Huge playmaker, only a sophomore, as that has to get a lot of people excited here in Falcon territory.
Only a sophomore?
Only a sophomore.
I want to see his birth certificate.
Yes, he is.
I don't believe you.
He's a big man, and that will do it, though, for the end of the first quarter as the seconds wind down. We'll switch sides of the field, and we'll be back right after this break on ysnlive.com as we thank our friends over at WRS Wealth Advisors, of course, our presenting sponsor of the Audible Call.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist.
With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 888-328-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beer starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Looking at a couple of games, as of course you could see these games on the audible call, but it looks like South Range already jumping Struthers up 20-0 into the second quarter of that one, as we knew the Raiders were going to be prolific in the NE8. They might just be a replicated 10-0 team this year with how great that team is.
Yeah, South Range has been balling out these past couple weeks, Ty. No surprise there.
As another AAC rival of the Falcons, Boardman is up on Howland 10-6 right now, as that's another close matchup, as we'll be trying to tune in and give you updated scores on all the other matchups going on in the area. Of course, you could watch them on ysnlive.com, full games all free, as well as the audible call, where you could catch just about every touchdown that they can get. I think they were up over 50 last week, as they try to catch as many touchdowns that happen live in the area.
Yeah, Boardman a little bit of a surprise there. They could win today, go 3-1. I think it's going to shock a lot of people.
And Boardman, after that Massillon-Jackson game last week, I think they surprised a lot of people staying competitive with a Massillon team.
Me being one of them.
As now we're looking at a 2nd and 2, start of the second quarter, as the Falcons trying to get on the other side of the 25-yard line.
And Mooney football is in the house. They are here.
As they are, they are here, and they are showing up in bunches. As it looks like a stoppage of play. Was there a flag thrown? And it looks like it's an official timeout right now. And usually when we say official timeouts, that typically means the TV timeout, but we don't really have those problems with TV timeouts here on YSN. We don't try to stop the game as it's happening here at YSN.
No, we give you as much as possible.
As Now we're ready to start, as Devin Sherwood out of the shotgun, taking the snap back, ready to pass, quickly releases it, again to Donnie Ellis. Donnie Ellis slipping the first tackler, goes out of bounds near the 10 for a first. And Donnie Ellis, like we talked about too, and like you talked about as well, Tyreek Dunlow being a surprise candidate and a surprise target. Donnie Ellis being one of those now for the Falcons, as typically the 3rd, 4th, 5th guy in the rotation now, but getting some significant catches here, especially in this first half.
Yeah, and Devin Sherwood just threw a laser. I mean, he's been deadly accurate so far in this game, minus the one down the field in the double coverage, but he's been really, really good so far, Ty.
And again, keeping it himself, Devin Sherwood finds the edge and gets pushed out near the 2-yard line. As that's going to bring up a first down and goal now for the Falcons, as the chains go down, the markers go down. And, I mean, it's the running attack of the Falcons, the passing attack of the Irish. Neither defense has an answer right now.
Nah, it just looks like they're having trouble keeping up with the speed of this Fitch offense.
As both offenses we knew are high-scoring and high-powered coming into this one. Fitch on the cusp of tying this one up, sending Tyree Mitchell into motion. The snap from Sherwood. Sherwood takes it himself, falls forward for 6.
Oh, boy.
As that brings them within 1, and just like that, the Falcons respond. Anything you can do, I can do better. Extra point coming up for Josiah Burneye.
What an impressive drive by this Fitch offense in response so far. Just playing, you can do this. Oh, guess what? So can I.
Yeah, and we're a few seconds into the second quarter now, as we have 11:41 remaining in this first half of play, as Josiah Burneye, extra point to tie the game coming up.
Nailed it.
As again, boots it through the uprights, and we are evened up at 14 apiece in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium here in Austintown, Ohio. So I think the big key after what we've seen from that first quarter and some change, it's got to be the keys for both defenses. Who can get that stop first?
Yeah, I mean, and no defense. I mean, maybe the Fitch on the first possession has really gotten that close. I mean, there's been a couple of 3rd downs for this Fitch defense on the first possession, but I mean, other than that, there's there's been no signs of life for either defensive squad right now.
I mean, when will we see the first defensive stop? Should have been the question on running point today for one of the lines, one of those prop bets. Who's the one that gets the first defensive stop? Of course, we love to bet Skittles here at YSN. Never monetary gain here. But now the Irish ready to receive their third offensive possession now of the game, 2 for 2 with 2 touchdowns in their first 2 drives. As Brady Shannon struggled a little bit last week with Chardon. You talked about some pickoffs, but I mean, has been crisp, has been clean, and has been very efficient in this game so far.
Yeah, Brady struggled at the end of the game last week. He threw a couple picks, couple bad decisions to try and keep a play alive when he probably should have just thrown it away. But he looks really, really good tonight, just as he looked really good in the past couple games outside of that Chardon game last week.
And the big thing is, we know Ursuline coming into this season ranked #1 in Division 4. Coach Reardon and the Irish know anytime you actually beat this Irish team that has a very tough schedule, you're just making them stronger because you're making them fortify those areas that they found out were weak. And it becomes a dangerous game. Every time you find a weakness in the Irish, you technically make them stronger. And this time, daring the Irish to return and going right up the gut. What a leap!
Wow.
What a leap like a gazelle from DeMarcus McElroy.
He pressed the Y button, Ty.
Oh, my God, press the Y button. He had a double jump in his repertoire as he was able to get over top of a Falcon lineman. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Like you just said a couple seconds ago, this Ursuline Irish team has a very tough schedule. I mean, this is not any – no, they're 2-1 right now, but that 2-1 is against – insanely good teams, and now playing a really good D2 Fitch team. I mean, this is going to be an interesting year for this Irish team because they're so talented and they're going up against such a good schedule.
And they're trying to get those computer points too, and they know that they can pick them up, and that's where you can afford to have a loss or two when you have such a strong schedule. Strength of schedule plays a huge factor into it, and Ursuline knows they need to get themselves ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
As, again, the late handoff but goes to McElroy, but a slew of Falcon defenders there as McElroy. Great job of getting close to that line of scrimmage. He might have even gotten back to it. Let's see where they're marking him. It looks like they're going to say he stepped out of bounds a little bit shy of it. Looks like a loss of about 3.
Yeah, he ran 10 yards to lose 3. So, I mean, that was a very good job, that Fitch defense picking up on the run
there.
And
the Fitch defense has been able to scout the rushing offensive attack from the Irish, not so much the passing offense. So we'll see if they shy away from that as the game goes on.
Yeah, and like I keep saying, Dean Boyd yet to get a reception.
As firing it over the middle for a catch and close to the first down, but it is going to be short. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 2, but finding Mark Manning on that looked like a slant route over the middle as finding him. Firing a seed yet again. Shannon being very accurate in this game.
Yeah, Mark's a speed threat on this team. No doubt about it. He is the quickest receiver on this football team.
And again,
DeMarcus McElroy. He's got space.
As DeMarcus,
he might go.
Dan Evans, a third right there, trying to trip him up. Nobody's there.
Oh.
But hold up everything now. Let's see.
I think he stepped out.
Did we call the touchdown? We'll see what the official's saying. We don't have any signal right now. We saw him go through the end zone. Let's see.
They're going to mark him short.
Marking him short, and DeMarcus McElroy. But nonetheless, a huge run does not get the touchdown, as you got to figure they might give it right back to him here, give him another shot at it.
Yeah, I mean, wow. He just broke one off, and he was not looking back.
And it looks like a timeout being called now. And it looks like Ursuline calling that timeout. Probably just want to not only settle the offense down a little bit, they might be a little bit rambunctious about that, maybe not a call they necessarily agree with, but also it's a chance now you can give DeMarcus a little bit of rest after that huge run.
Yeah, I mean, somebody roll him out the oxygen tank because he was just tumbling down that football field.
And I mean, right now, it might be a battle. We talked about Shannon and Sherwood. We better start talking about McElroy and Williams now. DJ Williams and DeMarcus McElroy. It's been a battle of a couple of backs having some big gains now.
Yeah, not one trying to outdo the other, Ty. Yeah. Anything, like you said earlier, anything you can do, I can do better. That's what they're both saying right now. I mean, neither of them want to go down.
as this is going to be a huge offensive game as we expected, as it is delivering to this point 14-14 all, 10:54 left in the second quarter, and the Ursuline Irish again on the cusp of scoring. But now this brings up the question, do the Irish want to get into this type of shootout with the Falcons? Because now this offensive possession has gone a lot quicker. Of course, they haven't hit pay dirt yet, but right on the cusp of doing so. First and goal coming up for the Irish. Does a shootout favor the Irish, or does that favor Fitch?
So what I can tell you is either team might not want to go to a shootout, but I want to go to a shootout. So, I mean, I'm all in for that idea.
As it's very well could devolve into a shootout. We saw the Ursuline Irish really trying to play possession football, but I think that works and that favors them if they're able to also get Fitch to into that trap of taking long drives, taking extra time off of the clock. But if Fitch is able to score in just a couple of plays, it becomes a lot tougher. As our sideline cam, we want to thank all of our partners here with the Falcon Media production here in Austintown, Ohio, doing a great job getting us all those clean, crisp cuts down there on the field. Brady Shannon taking the snap, hands it off to DeMarcus. DeMarcus says, give me 6 this time. As
oh, no, they're going to say he's down again.
As they mark him short again, so DeMarcus, 2 attempts at the end zone, and just trying to build up a wall are the Falcons. Do they go to him again? They want to finish the drive.
Just give it to him.
Second and goal.
They're giving it to him.
Back to him. And
he got it.
The third time's the charm for McElroy as he hits pay dirt, reclaims a lead for the Irish, 20-14 Ursuline.
1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, 4. How many touchdowns will they score? That's the question right now, Ty.
As we see now lining up for the extra point, trying to go up 7 are the Irish. As boy, oh boy, Trey, exactly what we expected. A huge offensive game from both teams. 2 of the best offenses, I think, in the area. 2 of the best quarterbacks, I think, in the area as well.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing it right now. These 2 offenses are so explosive, and they have so many weapons. I mean, no wonder this is one of the premier games in the area, as that one was almost blocked. I mean,
Smith was able to get it through the uprights despite the pressure from the Falcons. Nevertheless, a 7-point advantage for the Irish, as we'll take a real quick break, come back with the Falcons' third offensive possession right after this on ysnlive.com.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in beautiful Austintown, Ohio, as the Falcons readying up for their third offensive possession of the game. Ty Bartell alongside Trey Civarella for you tonight of the call of this action, as now Fitch trying to respond to the Irish. Both these teams have been able to respond to each other promptly the whole game, as now the ball is in Fitch's court, as the Irish say, what do you got?
I mean, I don't know what they got, but I want to see what they got because, wow. I have a feeling that Devin Sherwood's going to respond, though, because this defense has not been able to stop a nosebleed, to be honest with you.
As we'll have to see, and that's going to be the big question. Who can get that first stop as that kick again squibbed, and again the same game plan, and going to the 40, barreling them down right around the 42, 43. Coach Reardon staying strong with saying not booting this one away, going with the squib kick consistently right now. So.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for it. I don't know what the game plan is there, but trusting Coach Reardon, I guess.
Yeah, as Coach Reardon. Hey, they're up right now, so not many questions to be had as the Irish leading this one 21-14. But it is going to be questionable why you give the Falcons a short field position every time they have those offensive drives.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's you want less space. I don't know for your defense to operate in. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see if it does pay off for the Irish.
Maybe Coach Reardon just wants to shoot out like us.
It could be. It could be. We just want the fireworks show here in Austintown. As out of the shotgun is Sherwood. As 3 receiver formation out to the left, 1 to the right. The handoff to Williams. Tyree Mitchell on the carry, and Tyree Mitchell with the first down carry and more. And boy, oh boy, I mean, first downs aplenty for both teams right now. I don't think either of these teams know what a third down is ever since that first quarter.
I mean, they've been executing on all cylinders, both offenses. Like, it's nothing. It's like they're playing Madden on easy mode right now. It's insane.
As another handoff again to Mitchell. Mitchell getting to the outside, got 5+ and a first down before being pushed out near the 30. And we're at 10 minutes, folks. They're scoring in bunches. They're picking up yards in bunches. We're 2 minutes in to the second quarter of play as Fitch has moved into Irish territory.
Yeah, just the whole crowd into it. I mean, we have essentially a packed house. This is something that I think both teams. Sorry, we haven't seen too many of those today, so kind of made me stop there.
It shocked all of us here as everyone said, "What? These people are human on the field right now? There's humans playing on this football field." Doesn't seem like it with how efficient both teams have been. But a key drop now brings up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. As again, spread formation for the Falcons as Sherwood operating out of the shotgun and a false start penalty thrown on the Falcons. We saw the initial call from the near side ref, and that's going to back them up 5 more. So 2nd and 15 coming up now for Fitch.
Yeah, I mean, do we see the stop now? I mean, that everything that they want could go right. A drop, a penalty is going the Irish defense's way. Is this where we see it?
It's huge, too. This is probably the best chance the Irish have had at getting a stop on the Falcons. Let's see if they can take advantage. Out of the shotgun yet again is Sherwood. 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Going for the pass, stays in the pocket. See down the middle. Hit Tyler Evans. And
just missed him.
Just out of the reach, and if he did lay out and make that catch, that might have been Catch of the Year candidate if he did. Does not come up with it, and I believe this might be the first third down for the Falcons.
Oh, boy.
And a huge, huge opportunity now for Ursuline if they can get a stop.
If he would have caught that ball, you would have heard it in Salem.
You probably would have, too. It would have been absolutely dynamic and loud in this stadium. But 4-down territory possibility for the Falcons here, as we'll see a little discussion by the officials.
Timeout, maybe?
It might be an official timeout. They're just resetting the game clock, everybody. So the game clock the game clock is fine. The play clock is the one that went down. It is currently at 0. They're trying to reset that and get that all situated, as looked like Fitch was trying to get a snap off and there was no time left on the clock as it didn't reset from the play previous. As they're getting that set up, we'll take a real quick 15-second break here on ysnlive.com and thank our friends over at WRS Wealth Advisors.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
As we are back here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in Austintown, Ohio, as the play clock has been set now to 25 seconds, and we're all ready to get this big third down play, I might add, underway for the Falcons.
Yeah, and we were laughing off on commercial. If I was Devin Sherwood and I looked up and I saw double zeros on the play clock, I would have panicked too.
As Sherwood out of the shotgun, spread formation. Big 3rd and 15 coming up. The snap from Sherwood. Sherwood stepping forward, firing the seed as it wasn't picked up. No, it was not, but it was not a completion.
Out of the hands.
Out of the hands. Looked like it could have been picked off, but a huge defensive stop for Ursuline. Now the question becomes, with the field position they're in, this might be 4-down territory, and I do think the Falcons are going to go for it in this situation.
Why not? I mean, if you could try and punt it and give them.
You give the ball back. You're on the 29-yard line if you're Ursuline. So it's not really it's a win-win situation for the Falcons here.
Yeah, I mean, with how well they've been playing anyway, why punt it, give them the extra yards when you could throw up a prayer or throw up a shot, maybe try and expose a hole in the defense.
But now turnover on downs imminent, as it's a possibility for the Irish. As the Irish, some jumping, no flags thrown on it, as Luckily on that, maybe a no flag throw. But let's see now, and it looks like a timeout going to be called by the Falcons. As
oh boy,
gonna want to talk things over is Coach Parker, realizing the weight of the situation right now. 9:38 remaining in the first half of play. The Falcons down 21-14, but a big 4th and 15 situation coming up for Fitch as they take a timeout. We'll also take a timeout here and pay some bills on ysnlive.com.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Welcome back, everybody, as a big, crucial 4th down and 15, the first 4th down of the game, I believe, for either team coming up now, as Fitch checking off again one more time at the sideline as kind of re-huddling up are the Falcons again.
Think twice, think 3 times.
As you want to make sure both teams, this is a huge play for both teams, and it can really be a momentum shift in one team's favor or the other, depending on how this singular play goes. But needing 15 yards to get the first are the Falcons. The 19-yard line of the Irish is the first down marker.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing to think this over. I mean, with how big of a play that this proves to be right now, at least in the game, you want to talk it over as much as possible.
And this is a Falcons team, and Coach Parker never shy of utilizing trick plays to get the job done, as you always have to be aware of that in the Falcons playbook. They like to break it out from time to time.
I'm sorry, what?
They're talking about the play clock, saying that the play clock failed a second time, and they were saying if it fails again, they're going to shut off the play clock. And I don't know, that just means we don't have visuals on it, but they'll still be utilizing it as Sherwood trying to throw up a heave and a big catch from Tyler Evans. First down and more, makes a move, tackled at the 5. No flags down on the field as Devin Sherwood pulls the rabbit out of the hat with some more magic.
Wow.
And a huge first down for the Falcons.
And exactly what you couldn't have on defense for the Irish happened.
As huge momentum play as the Irish, that's got to be a little disheartening. Now you have to try to regroup right now with the Falcons at the 5. As Sherwood coming again out of the shotgun, taking the snap, goes with a handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell barreling his way forward as a scramble near the end zone, as it looks like stopped up just short was Mitchell. And inside the 1, though, are the Falcons. 2nd and goal coming up.
I mean, I was still in shock from the play, but I need to take that in a little bit more. 4th and 15. As a defensive coordinator, you are losing your mind. It's 4th and 15. You're playing back, and you let somebody into a zone on the defense, and it kills them. I mean,
and trying to barrel forward. Looks like the Irish did put up a defensive stand, bringing up 3rd down and goal. No doubt 4-down territory, but now questionable play now coming up for the Falcons. Do they want to run it again and take the possibility of bringing up 4th down? You see where the ball is situated, though, Alec. Almost the nose of that football is inside of the end zone right now.
I mean, you might as well just you could blow on the football and it's going to go into the end zone at this point.
But still, out of the shotgun is Devin Sherwood, so we know the sneak is out of the play.
Oh,
snap over the head, getting and landing on it, though, were the Falcons. Did they recover it?
Oh, boy.
It looks like they did, but now this play becomes a lot different, as that brings the Falcons back to the 10. It looks like Fitch did recover, though. They did get on it, but now it looks like the field goal unit coming out. Going to be interesting decision for the Falcons. Let's see if are they subbing in. They're taking out a lot of the receivers, and it looks like
By the way, you want to hear the air come out of a stadium. When that ball went over Devin Sherwood's head, all I heard was the biggest gasp I've heard in a long time, Ty.
So we'll see. Falcons Gonna trust in their defense. They will get the ball to start the third quarter, so just gonna take the points that are there. The kick from Josiah Burney. Boy, what a leg on that young man as he boots it right through the uprights for 3.
Ursuline just can't seem to find themselves an opponent without a star kicker. I mean, last week against Chardon, they had an all-state kicker who hit a 40-yard field goal against them. They can't seem to stay away from these guys with these big, powerful legs. I mean,
But nonetheless, huge, whether it was Ursuline's defense, more or less Fitch's offense helping out the defense of Ursuline with a bad snap. But nonetheless, Ursuline does get the snap and maintain the lead. Now this becomes a huge offensive possession for the Irish coming up. As if they can score, you can take that 2-possession lead.
Oh, if you're the Irish and you score a touchdown, that gives you a massive advantage, because if you're the Ursuline defense after giving that up on 4th and 15, that's a win. That's a massive win.
As now it's pressures on the Falcons defense. Now, can you hold the Irish to at least a field goal and try to get this game into a tying scenario, or a scenario where you could get this ball game even back up? As I think the Irish, like you said, momentum solely in their court, as the Fitch Falcons came away with some points, but with where that ball was situated, they wanted a touchdown on it.
Yeah, and if you're Brady here, if you're Brady Shannon for this Irish team, you have to relax. Don't try and do too much. Do what you've been doing this entire game so far and play your style of offense. Don't try and do too much, because when you try and do too much, you're going to give the ball up like you did last game against Chardon. Just relax, take it easy, and play your style of offense and trust in your offensive weapons that you have.
As now Josiah Burney ready to kick it off to the Irish. DeMarcus McElroy back ready to receive the kickoff. Let's see, Fitch has decided to boot it in the end zone once. They also went with a squib kick once. Let's see what their style is now on special teams. As Ursuline, 4th offensive possession coming up for the Irish. They are 3 for 3 with 3 touchdowns. As that one, a sky kick and hauled in right by the 20-yard line by Ursuline.
Ja'Kylan Irving.
A move, and Ja'Kylan Irving stopped up near the 39-yard line as tried to turn on the burners, but a cast of Falcons was there to stop him before he was able to get it into hyperdrive and go all the way for 6.
That was almost very bad for the Fitch for a second there.
They cannot allow any sort of special teams in this situation, Trey, and this is a situation where can you stop or get Brady Shannon off of his game at least a little bit? If they can get him uncomfortable, not pressured a whole lot has been Shannon. The only times he's had any kind of contact is when he's broken out of the pocket.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though, about Brady. When he breaks out of the pocket, he's very capable of running the football.
As DeMarcus McElroy barreling forward for a first down, and one play in Fitch territory is Ursuline.
Yeah, and the difference between these two backs is that DeMarcus he's not really getting touched a whole lot. He's really good at finding holes and finding open space, whereas Fitch's running back is just powering through people.
As Will Burney came away with the catch, didn't get a whole lot on it afterwards, as they're going to be stopped up right near that line of scrimmage. If he got a yard, it was maybe 1. But it's going to bring up 2nd down, and now they're going to say he lost a yard on it, at least for now. 2nd and 11, a little bit behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you think they were ready for that one?
Didn't look like it, as they're checking off on the sideline, getting the play from Coach Reardon. Shannon is ready, and so are the Irish. Out of the shotgun, taking the snap a little bit high, faking the handoff, breaking out of the pocket, pressure coming on Shannon, missing the first tackle. The throw goes to the sideline of the Falcons, and just needing to get rid of it. And like we said, Falcons need to get pressure on Shannon. They were able to break through that offensive line that time.
That's the thing with Brady. It kind of scared me there, is you don't try and turn too much when there's nothing there. Don't try and throw a ball that's going to end up in a pick if there's nothing there. Just throw it out of bounds, next play, and go from there.
Very smart play from Shannon, just getting it out of bounds there and not forcing it and not trying to risk a turnover, knowing how good the Falcons' defense is. 3rd down and long coming up. A seed over the middle, over their hands, and a pickoff from the Falcons. And answering on one end with a big turnover on the other end. And boy, oh boy, how momentum can flip in a game of football. It was all Ursuline, and in one singular play, the Falcons have captured the momentum in this stadium.
What a play by the Fitch defense. First of all, I don't know if it was an error throw. I thought it was a decent throw. It was off the hands of Brady, or off the hands of Dean, I should say, and into the hands Was it, I believe, was that Dan Evans who had the pick?
I believe it. I think it was. We'll have to get the name on that. I didn't get the clear look on it when it happened. But nonetheless, huge interception from the Falcons. Like you said, though, not a bad throw. A little bit high on Boyd, but went off the fingertips. That was just not a bad throw, more or less just a lucky catch for the Falcons. It ended up
lucky bounce.
But hey, you take the turnovers as you can get them, and taking a ball and just barreling his way. He's still on his feet. DJ Williams says, come along with me. I'll carry you on the other side of the court.
It's like I said, DJ Williams is just powering through defensive players for this Irish team, whereas DeMarcus is trying to use his shiftiness, get around guys. He is just running through them. Simple as that, running through them.
DJ Williams comes in for one play, makes it a big one, and Tyree Mitchell comes out.
I mean, wow.
As the mystique of DJ Williams continues, the big playmaker this time goes to Mitchell. Tyree Mitchell trying to get that outside run and pulling him back, as the Irish say, get back here, as preventing him from getting any extra yards on that carry. Got about 3. As now, again, it's the run offense. The Falcons really haven't had to pass a whole lot in this game.
No.
Because when the run game's working like this, why change it up?
Yeah, and by the way, when they have thrown, they've been pretty successful with that. I mean, at 4th and 15, you find a guy open. Devin Sherwood's been fantastic so far in this game.
So now the big question becomes, and it's not a bad
touch pass.
A touch pass to Dan Evans. Dan Evans, the third, trying to get some yardage. Great defense that time, though, by the Irish, sticking with them the whole time, not allowing any real gain on that, maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was going to get the edge.
5:05 remain in this first half of play. Now the big question is, say Fitch comes away with a score, say they don't. Ursuline should get the ball back for all intents and purposes. They can have an opportunity of having the last possession in this half, and if they do, that would be huge for Ursuline. As again, the handoff, and that again is going to be stopped up
4th down
short.
again now.
So brings up 4th down, trying to go to the rush and go to the well 1 too many times, 2 too many times, and the Irish did have it scouted, as now going to need about half the distance. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 5-6 to go.
Yeah, if they can get a stop, if the Ursuline can get a stop, that's huge. I mean, considering that they didn't get a stop with their first 4 possessions, sorry, right? 4 or 3, something like that. 3 possessions. 3 possessions. I mean, this would be huge for this Irish defense.
As Mitchell goes into motion, Sherwood back to pass, breaks out of the pocket, gets rid of it, tries to get it to Mitchell, unable to do so.
Oh boy!
As you see, Sherwood.
Oh boy!
Now you're caught up in this in-between area. Now are the Irish, where they're going to be right there at close to that 40-yard line. You can't risk scoring too quickly here, though, if you're the Irish, because you give Fitch a 2-for-1 opportunity then.
No, but that's also a great job by the Ursuline defense of staying contained and not allowing the Sherwood to get out and scramble for a first down. There was many options that he could have went to on that play. A lot of receivers downfield. Very good job with that Ursuline D-line.
As we've seen, too, Falcons went to the run game a little bit too much. We'll have to see now, does Coach Parker open up the playbook and let number 2 throw the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out because after a big run, they went back to it like you said 1 too many times. I was expecting a bit of a throwing mix in.
So 2 turnovers now. Turnover on downs for the Falcons. Interception thrown by Brady Shannon. Trying to run right
again.
up the middle. DeMarcus McElroy stuck on that defensive tackle, but still falls forward close to the first. Looks like he might be just short of it, and they are going to say it looks like he is just short. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, interested to see what the play call is here. They could just give it to DeMarcus. Nope, Brady and the keeper.
Brady with the keeper, and they try to stick him. He does get the first down, but runs into a couple of Falcons defensively, as they did stick him hard. And, I mean, both these quarterbacks realize if they're breaking out of the pocket, they're going to get hit.
Yeah, I mean, and Brady is a very, very large quarterback. I mean, you see him up close. He's very, very big. He's got very, very strong legs to push off of, and yeah, not afraid of contact either, which very rare for a quarterback to not be afraid of contact. He embraces it.
You love it. First down at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, I should say, back to DeMarcus as he got about half the distance, need about 4, and that is going to bring up 2nd down and about. Now they're going to say 2nd down and 7 for the Irish now. As 3 minutes and ticking left in this first half of play. Brady Shannon again. Spread formation, 3 receivers out to his right, 1 to the left. The snap rolling out to his right is Shannon. Shannon trying to fire a seed, and with
what
the
a catch by Bernie, and what
making
a
throw. And a beautiful catch from Bernie as he was able to hold that one in. Questioning for a second if the knee was on the ground when it was touched, but no, not the case at all. Looks like a huge catch from Bernie.
Bernie's got to be at least over 5 catches now, right?
He's been a huge target for Shannon up into this point, working their way into Falcon territory as they are, is the Irish. The handoff back to DeMarcus. DeMarcus with the play up forward, and there's going to be a huge hold on this one, and it's definitely going to back the Irish up 10.
Yeah, it's going to be on number 56, Isaac Lucas.
As looks like it's going to be a 1st and 20. Not what you wanted if you're the Irish, because not only does that back you up some, but it also stops the clock.
Yeah, not a smart play there by Isaac Lucas, the sophomore.
As the Falcons now catch a little bit of a break and get a little bit of help from the boys in black and white. And now bringing up a 1st and 20 for the Ursuline offense. Single backfield into Marcus McElroy. And Brady Shannon setting up out of the shotgun. This time 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of Shannon. Shannon takes the snap, rolls that way to his left. Getting pressure on him, trying to go over top. Did he make the catch? It looks like he did not have a handle on it. That would have been back at the original line of scrimmage had he caught it. So now a 2nd down and 20 coming up for Ursuline. And again, the drop pass stops the clock. So 2:07 left. This is interesting. Do they try to run it to try to burn clock? I don't think so in this situation, but you do leave the possibility open for the Falcons getting the ball back before the end of the half.
Yeah, 3rd down or 2nd down. Sorry here. I mean, there's a chance, but I mean 5 wide. So
yeah. Empty backfield for the Irish. 5 wide spread
answers our question.
Offense, and they're gonna go for the pass, trying to get the catch, and it's gonna be a pass interference call. This one, no doubtably, gonna go against the Falcons.
Number 22.
As it was Arthur Kroom, I believe, actually. Either Arthur Kroom or that was Dom Perry.
Arthur Kroom, I believe.
32,
yep.
Arthur Kroom.
Good eyes there, Ty.
Yep. As Arthur Kroom commits the PI penalty, and it's going to move the Irish up. So erase that holding penalty from before, and it's going to bring them up near that 45-yard line. And with 2:02 left in the game, let's see what Shannon and the Irish have in store. 2nd and 5 coming up, though. The handoff back to DeMarcus. DeMarcus getting the 1st down.
Oh, and he's got space.
DeMarcus is going to get 6 more.
Oh, boy, he has had himself a half, Ty.
As another touchdown, 2 touchdown first half for DeMarcus McElroy. Minute 53 left on the clock. And though they do get the score up by 10, extra point pending still for the Irish, but this is a situation now where the Falcons have a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, and as McElroy got into the end zone there, he made a motion as to say, come on, I'll be here all night.
As getting into this game, both the sides are, but now this definitely puts the Falcons back against the wall, needing a score.
What an impressive drive by this Ursuline Irish offense. I mean, they had a penalty that could have ended the drive very easily. That hold could have stopped it in its tracks, but no.
As Regan Smith, the kick boots it, as that one does make it through the uprights, and it is a 28-17 Irish lead. Fitch gonna get the ball back. Minute 53 left in this first half. We're gonna take a real quick break. Be back after this on ysnlive.com.
Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable, we are close. You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back, everybody, here in the middle of the second quarter, towards the end of the first half, as we have a minute 53 to go in this game. Falcons set to get the possession back as finally they decide to boot it, and hauling it in are the Falcons near the 30 and going to get stopped up right
Massive
there.
hit by C.J. Frasco.
As now the 30-yard line is where the Falcons will be setting up shop. Minute 48 left in the half. 2 timeouts remaining for Fitch, 2 remaining for the Irish.
Yeah.
As Fitch going to need to go into a quick 2-minute style offense, going to need to try to get a score up quickly. Hey, even a field goal here is not a bad decision for the Falcons.
No, and, you know, like we were talking about earlier, do you run the ball here with such little time, or do you go strict aerial assault?
The Falcons have been running the ball a lot, so it will be interesting to see if they pull the chains off of number 2, Devin Sherwood, a little bit and let him go into a passing attack against this Ursuline defense. Haven't really seen him pass too much, but what we have seen, he has been efficient. Dan Evans III runs into motion as they set him on the other side, as now Sherwood gonna run out of the pocket immediately. Sherwood gonna get some big yardage and a nice stick tackle
by John Edmonds.
Not before the first down is picked up by the Falcons. Clock stops for the movement of chains, as the Falcons will be setting up right near the 40. 42-yard line to be exact for Fitch, minute 38 and ticking. Again, 4 receivers set, single back in the backfield. Taking it in is Sherwood. Sherwood rolling out to his right. Good blocking up front from the Falcons. Going to unleash it, trying to get a pass off and couldn't get the completion he was looking for, as his intended target looked to be Dan Evans III.
Yep, just not enough muscle on it rolling out to his right.
But that's not a terrible situation. It's like a free timeout for the Falcons in exchange for a down, so you trade the down for a timeout, and it's a minute 21 left for Fitch here in the first half of play.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what kind of plays they're going to be running here. I would imagine you're going to get at least an out route or two toward the sideline, try and get out, get some yardage, get out, stop the clock, and then just go from there.
Not to mention, a lot of these players are two-way players. Some of these defensive players have to be getting tired at this point.
Especially with that up-tempo offense that this Irish runs.
I mean, on both sides, too. That's on Fitch and the Ursuline side.
Yeah.
As Sherwood, rolling out to his right, has an open look, finds who else but Donnie Ellis again, who has a first down and more, tackled near the Irish 50 as Fitch has moved themselves into Ursuline territory. Still 71 seconds remain on the clock here in the first half, as Fitch desperately needing a score, 2-for-1 opportunity for the Falcons.
Yeah, and very interesting to see that it was one-on-one on the sideline. He made a move inside. Was very interested to see how he didn't go outside trying to get the clock to stop.
Tyler Evans, oh my goodness, grown man strength said, get off of me.
And we do have a penalty flag down.
As we'll see what the call is. It came from the far side of the field, so let's see what the call is on.
This could be a horse collar.
And if it is, that's going to be a huge call. We'll see who it's on.
Because it came from the back, Judge, I'm assuming it had to be on the tackle.
That's what I would think, too, as we'll listen in and get the call on the field.
Personal foul, face mask, number 50.
As it's going to be a face mask penalty against the Ursuline Irish, so move Fitch forward a little bit more. And with 57 seconds left, that's probably the last thing Ursuline wanted to do.
Yeah, you give up a big play, and then you give even more yardage. That's not what you want to happen.
Well, now the big thing is, being at the 16-yard line, you've put Fitch in field goal position.
Yep.
And you've erased the 2-possession possibility if Fitch is able to convert a field goal here. Defense backs against the wall again. Let's see if Ursuline can respond.
Yeah, well, gonna see how much pressure they send here too, Ty, because they haven't. It's been a lot of 3-man rushes for this Irish offense. They're playing a bit of a 3-4 defense. Very interested to see if they send a linebacker or two off the edge.
As half the distance to the goal brings the Falcons at the 15. As 4 spread out for the Falcons. Receiving court, taking the snap is Sherwood. Sherwood going to run it himself on the outside as a flag coming in late after the touchdown, and it's going to be a holding penalty.
Yeah, he held him as he went to go get the outside edge, and that's clear as day.
As the Irish faithful
getting
happy just for the hold, but hey, good call though by the officials, seeing that. Going to back them up to the 25 now. 2 timeouts still remain for the Falcons with 46 seconds. And for Fitch, yeah, it's going to hurt because that was a touchdown that was scored. But Fitch, I think, is going to be happy with any points that they could come away with here at this last offensive drive of the half.
Yeah, field goal puts them 1 possession back. So any points they can get here are really big.
As now with 46 seconds brings up now. And that looks like a timeout. No timeout called. We heard the whistles blow for a second. We're ready to play now. As again, coming out in the same formation are the Falcons. But now coming up with a first down and 23.
Got a receiver. Oh, and a slip.
And a slip on the sideline. Brings it up now to 2nd and 23.
Yeah, open receiver and just lost his footing there. Fell down. Turf Monster got him.
Yeah, the Turf Monster indeed did get him that time as it brings up 2nd and 23. 28 seconds remain. 2 timeouts still for the Falcons, so still plenty of time left in football terms for Fitch to get some plays off here.
Yep.
But now it's about, you got to get a little bit closer for Burneye. As good as Josiah Burneye is, you realistically want to be near that 20-yard line if you can.
Yeah, and they subbed out a D lineman for an extra linebacker, so they're going for speed here.
Tyree Mitchell goes into motion as they're back ready to pass, going through the pocket. Pass forward as Donnie Ellis gets the seed pass to him, and that is going to be a big catch. Not a first down catch, but nonetheless puts them immediately back in field goal position. For the Falcons, 3rd down, and the 5-yard line of the Irish is the first down marker, so brings up 3rd down and 10 now. No doubt this is going to be 4-down territory, especially with Fitch with 2 timeouts left. As Sherwood again, single back in the backfield, trips formation out to the right, single receiver out to the left. Taking the snap is Sherwood, rolling out to his right, fires a seed to Tyler.
Good open field tackle.
A big tackle by the Irish and likely a timeout, and you see Coach Parker rushing out to the field to call the timeout. 12 seconds left, 4th down now.
Oh,
now
decision time. Decision time.
From where they are, too, at the 10-yard line, no doubt within Josiah Burneye's range. Do you risk it, though? Because if you don't come up with a touchdown here, you give away the 2-for-1 opportunity. Fitch might just take the field goal here, and that might be the reason why they took the field goal earlier, because you're still a possession down with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but that's not something I don't think the Falcons would consider to even later in the 4th quarter if that was still the issue going into it.
Yeah, personally, I would kick this. Go down 1 possession. I think they get the ball at a halftime if I'm correct.
Do. So they get the ball at the 3rd quarter. So it's huge still for Fitch. I think this is a situation where you're probably going to just see him kick it well within Josiah Burneye's range. But you got to watch out for the Falcons as Devin Sherwood is out on the field. They're going to be aggressive and go for it.
Here we go.
As we have seen the Falcons before try to get teams to come off sides. Very important here for Ursuline to be disciplined.
Yep. And it looks like Coach Reardon's going to call a timeout
and
here.
It's a smart timeout by Coach Reardon. Does not want to allow either team, or does not want to allow any mental mistakes to be had. Coach Reardon, a very smart coach, and it's that time ensuring that the Falcons aren't going to get them slipping. We're going to take a real quick timeout along with Coach Reardon's timeout and be back right after this on ysnlive.com.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
So the timeout by Coach Reardon with 12 seconds left as Fitch still sending their offensive unit back out, maybe trying to get someone to jump off sides. They still do have a timeout left, so that might be the case, what you see from the Falcons. But nonetheless, big play coming up if they do go for it, as Sherwood out of the shotgun, sending Tyree Mitchell into motion.
And almost got a jump there.
And almost did get a jump, and calling the timeout are the Falcons. As now likely going to kick it from the 11, just try to get within 8, get yourself within 1 possession. Smart move here by Fitch.
Very smart. Very smart. If you because the risk reward there on trying to get somebody to jump is obviously massive. You get them to jump there, get a first down.
You get basically 2 opportunities and
yeah.
with a timeout to try to score here. Now the big thing is for Ursuline, you don't worry necessarily about that last play, but now you can't have any penalties this play either. This is just as mightily big. As Josiah Burney back ready to kick it for his second field goal attempt. He's been perfect on all of his kick attempts so far to this point. And the snap kick is up after it's down, and another boot right through the uprights. A fantastic kick by Josiah Burney brings us to a 1-possession game, as we should be with 8 seconds left, 1 play away from getting us into halftime.
Yeah. Never know, though.
You never know. As right now, Fitch, you can't let anything happen on special teams. You might just see them squib it here. You might even see them try to just kick it for the end zone and say, hey, let Brady try to do something in a play or 2. But even that can be dangerous. Ursuline with 2 timeouts left, mind you. Or excuse me, 1 timeout left, I should say. So still with that, I mean, if you can get a play off quick enough, I don't know, though. It depends on what happens here in special teams. If Ursuline can get 1 or 2 plays off. But Ursuline, with what we've seen, I think they might just knee it either way. I don't know if they take the chance here.
Depending on how this kick goes, there's a very good chance they just say, hey, we're going to take it in at halftime with an 8-point lead.
You don't want to give any interceptions up, any chance of things going awry here against the Falcons. As the Falcons ready to kick things off. As Josiah Burney will be kicking off to the Irish. DeMarcus McElroy back ready to receive the kickoff. 8 seconds remain, as just trying to get things as Josiah Burney discussing things over with his team. As Irish were ready for that squib kick, the onside kick that the Falcons utilized a couple times last year, and it did work out for them. As now Josiah Burney ready to boot it away. As that boot is a squib kick picked up by DeMarcus McElroy. A good blocking up front. McElroy slips the first tackle, but not the second.
And
2 seconds remain.
Yeah.
And at the 38, it looks like 39. Wonder here if they're going to go for it. Likely just going to take a knee. We'll see, though, how aggressive Coach Reardon wants to play this.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say they're just going to take a knee.
With a lead, too, and an 8-point advantage, no reason to give anything up, as the momentum solely in your court. But, hey, what we talked about, Ursuline's defense did make that change. They made their response and stopped the Falcons twice, held them to field goals, and sometimes that's all you need to do. Great job by the Irish defense making a response.
Yeah, very good. Not bending and not breaking. That's the key. That's the key.
As Shannon ready for the last snap of the half. Takes the snap, hands it off to DeMarcus McElroy. McElroy trying to slip the first tackle, got near the first down with the carry, but nonetheless, that will do it for our first half of play. The Ursuline Irish leading at 28-20. Fitch to receive the second half kickoff, and we will have that second half kickoff and more right after this break on ysnlive.com.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra
in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. If we don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K2 Marketing at
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
As we welcome you back here, start of the second half in beautiful Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in Austintown, Ohio. Fitch Falcons set ready to receive the second half kickoff, down 28-20, but nonetheless an opportunity to get right back in this one against the Irish defense. As you might recall, the Irish defense coming up with 2 huge stops against the Falcons, holding them to a pair of field goals in that second quarter. That has really made the difference in the game being what it is right now, with the Irish leading it by 8, I should say. As back, James McGlone ready for the initial kickoff, as both Tyree Mitchell and DJ Williams ready to return. As the kickoff is up and away, and going away from the squib kick, as taken in by the Falcons, trying to get that far side edge and getting that far side edge before finally getting pushed out of bounds near the 35-yard line. As the Falcons, with a modest return, good return I should say, and their first play here in the second half of play, and they will set up shop at that 35-yard line as their offense comes back out on the field for the first time here in the second half. As it's been a game of both backs and quarterbacks, and both offenses have just been prolific. DJ Williams back out for the Falcons. He's been a huge playmaker for Fitch. Ursuline having trouble bringing the sophomore back down to this point. As Devin Sherwood, 3 receivers out to his left, 1 to the right. The handoff to DJ Williams, and he just, again, goes right up the gut. Takes a few Irish to get him down, but not before a gain of 6 yards. As now bringing up 2nd and 4 for the Falcons on a good carry initially by DJ Williams. Got him half the yards needed. And now, Devin Sherwood. Bunch formation goes right back to DJ Williams, and again DJ Williams with the first down carry. And they did not allow DJ Williams to have too many carries in the first half. You got to wonder if that is because they wanted to unleash him here in the second half against the Irish. Having trouble stopping him so much in that first half of play, they're going to need to figure it out here in the second half. As again, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As Sherwood taking the snap, opting to pass this time, and a beautiful seed right on the money. First down and more. And the Irish looking like they don't know what's going on with this Falcons offense right now. Coming out huge first down plays, one after another, as my buddy Trey Silverella checking back in here. Trey, as what we're seeing here, Fitch already coming out strong offensively.
That's a long line for the bathroom. I just want to make that clear. I was not tardy on anything. I wasn't doing anything else. I legit sprinted coast to coast, and oh man.
As we got to get the 40-yard dash time of our buddy Trey over here, is another another handoff, I should say, for a modest gain off of the back of Williams, and now that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Falcons. But they've worked themselves within Ursuline territory again, and they're moving on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, off the rip, taking that momentum from scoring from before the half right into the second half.
As Fitch trying to inch their way closer, the fake handoff to DJ Williams that time, as Sherwood trying to get the edge as he's able to get close to it. First down is short of it, but he is very close to it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a few. Let's see where they mark the spot of the ball. Right in between that 18 and 17-yard line is where the first down marker is. They're going to mark them at the 23, so about 5 to go for Fitch here. 3rd down situation coming up.
Yeah, and I would imagine they're in 4th down territory right here.
Absolutely, I would think so as well, unless they do opt to go for another field goal as the pocket collapses and Sherwood gets sacked, and now comes a big question. 4 down territory. Do you go for it? Well within field goal range, though, again for Josiah Burneye, but I think this is an instance where you might see the Falcons needing to be aggressive.
You're the expert here, Ty. Does Josiah have this type of range?
Josiah, we've seen him be able to boot it from around that 25-yard line, as far out as that 25-yard line. Tremendous leg power in Burneye, and it is a luxury for the Falcons. But right now, this is an instance where you need to get 6 on the board. as Sherwood checking off on the sideline with his coach Parker. Similar formation as we've seen from the Falcons this entire drive, as Ursuline with a shorter field trying to make it up, as Sherwood airs that one out, trying to go over the shoulder catch, and it is no good.
He wants a flag, but he's not going to get one.
No flags on the play, as that will be a turnover on downs and a big one initially for the Irish to get the ball back.
That's a huge opening defensive stop for this Ursuline Irish defense.
A monstrous defensive stop. Now can Brady Shannon come up big offensively, as the Falcons able to move the ball initially, quieted down this Ursuline group a little bit, but as the Ursuline Irish defense batten down the hatches, it got the Irish crowd romping here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium.
Yeah, that's huge. That's absolutely massive, especially if they could score now here.
High snap and tries to go right up the middle. Got a few yards on the carry, did McElroy. As McElroy gets about 3, maybe 4 on the carry. Second down coming up. As Fitch, needing to stop Ursuline on defense at least once here, has yet to stop the Irish, and Brady Shannon keeping it himself, and was that a bad hit as that flag comes in. We'll see who they're going to put the penalty on. And we'll see. This is going to be an interesting penalty, because I'm hoping they're not calling what I think they might call.
Thinking a rough hit here.
I'm thinking if they're going to say unnecessary roughness, if Brady Shannon's going to take and elevate off of his feet and give himself up like that, yeah, you can't tackle. Don't aim for the head. But if he's jumping at it, and they're going to go a holding call. And that's a good call. I didn't see an initial hold. I don't know who it was. Who did they say the number was on that one? I think they might have said, might have been on that right edge. I'm not sure if they said 68 or not. But nonetheless, a holding penalty backs Ursuline up, as making the right call, I would think, on the field. They've been really good, this officiating crew, making calls on both sides, too, and calling it. And now it brings up a second down and 22 for Ursuline. Or second down and 14, excuse me, on the 22-yard line. As Shannon able to slip the first tackle, huge, but trying to get back to the line. As he does get back to it, gets hit hard, as it will bring up a third down and long situation for Ursuline. As a huge tackle initially by Fitch.
Yeah, Brady didn't like the extra player coming in for the hit on that play there. He looked like he had some words.
As Devin Pounds tried to put a little bit of an extra pounding on Shannon on that tackle, trying to make them feel each other. As we saw, both these quarterbacks, these defenders not shying away from hitting these QBs. Shannon back in the pocket, throws a seed over the middle for a completion, and tackled running into a pair of Falcons. As that, I believe, was Donlow again.
It's Burney. Will Burney over the middle again.
Will Burney, yep. Will Burney with another huge catch. And
he has had a monster day so far.
And the Falcons need to get stops on third down. You need to force Ursuline into 4-down territory in this situation. Irish able to convert yet again, another third down conversion.
Yeah, and a good throw by Brady Shannon.
And again, the handoff back to McElroy, and just barreling his way forward. And if Ursuline is winning that run game, it's going to spell nightmares for the Falcons here. As Fitch looking or trying to cling to anything to get excited about, needing a big defensive play. Irish continuing to move.
Yeah, just marching down the field play by play, just yardage after yardage, big plays from this Irish offense.
And trying to get a stop, as again, DeMarcus with another great carry. As you got to be able to stop that run to be able to get to the pass. And I think I go back to that opportunity where you have Brady Shannon cooked in the backfield for a large loss. You can't let him get out of those and slip those tackles. You got to come away with those sacks.
Yeah, you got to bring him down before he can reach that line of scrimmage and take off.
Trips formation out to the right for Shannon. Single receiver out to the left, goes right back to DeMarcus and spread the defense out and fill in the holes on offense. And that's exactly what the Irish are doing with another big carry.
Just bowling through defenders now. In the first half, you kind of saw him use his quick ability to get around guys. Now he's just going through the contact.
As the Falcons needing either a turnover or needing some stops. They're going to need to figure something out on defense. Have yet to be able to stop this Irish offense with the exception of a Brady Shannon interception. As Shannon again goes right back to the well as Dunlow that time with the carry for a modest gain. As Dunlow able to get 2 on the carry. 2nd and 8 coming up now for Ursuline. Up by 8 are the Irish, trying to extend their lead on the 30-yard line. 2nd down coming up. The snap from Shannon, the handoff as he handed it off, and a great tackle in the backfield by the Falcons, as able to come up with a huge tackle for loss.
C.J. Shishler.
As Shishler, the linebacker, coming out of his spot and reading that play very, very well, not allowing anything extra from Tyreek Dunlow, as Dunlow tried to get that outside edge, but reading it very well with Shishler. And again, another big 3rd down. Can the Falcons finally get that ever-elusive stop on Shannon and the Irish, as Shannon out of the shotgun, as just moving DeMarcus from his right hip to his left now. And a whistle blown and a timeout being called, and that looks like Irish taking their first timeout of the game. And with that Ursuline timeout, we're also going to take a timeout. Be back right after this on ysnlive.com.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Welcome back, everybody, here in the 3rd quarter, just coming out of the timeout, both Ursuline and Fitch, as this all of a sudden can be a huge play for both teams. If Ursuline's able to convert here, they can pretty much spell their a great momentum boost and get that 2-possession lead. But for the Falcons, this could be the stop that they've desperately been looking for all game.
I mean, if they can get a stop here after the Ursuline defense got a stop, it's kind of like what we're seeing in the first half. Just this time, it's defensive-wise. You can get a stop, I get a stop. You stop, I stop. Back and forth.
And it's been incredible with only 1 score so far in this 3rd quarter, coming off of an Irish touchdown too. And all of a sudden, it's what the lead is at 8 points still. So no score. Actually, I should say no score so far in this 3rd quarter. I should say the Irish scored a touchdown back in the 2nd quarter. Fitch responded with a field goal, and that's been the last scoring. No scoring in this 3rd quarter since, as Shannon is in trouble trying to roll out, trying to make a call, and getting tackled from behind, and that is going to bring up a 4th down. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. Is it 4-down territory? You think so for the Irish here?
I think so. And Brady missed a wide open Dean Boyd over the middle of the field. If he kept his eyes up, Dean was wide open, waving his hands.
And you have to give credit to Dan Evans III, locking Dean Boyd down so much in this game that Shannon's not even looking his way anymore.
Yeah, and Dean, like you said, Dean without a catch right now, which is something that you don't say very often when you're talking about this.
And I mean, you got it. If there's one bright spot on this Falcon defense, Dan Evans III on Dean Boyd has been electric. Shannon trying to get that
and this
first,
will be a hold.
And there's no penalty. Ref right there does not make the call, had a clear look at it, no flag, and a turnover on downs as the Ursuline Irish looking to the sideline like the ref just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Wow.
And they just caught him stealing. Even Dan Reardon letting the boys in black and white hear it.
Yeah, I think he has a valid point too, because I think that was a blatant hold.
As looked like there was some touching there, but I mean you gotta figure. I mean he had the best angle at it. You would hope that he makes the right call there.
Yeah, you would hope.
Nonetheless, though, as it plays out, 4:28 left in the third quarter. Fitch getting the ball back, and a huge defensive stop now for the Falcons. They need to make something of this.
Yeah, absolutely, Ty.
As going right for the handoff to Tyree Mitchell, as Mitchell getting a few yards, but Ursuline has done a phenomenal job responding to the run offense of the Falcons and really not allowing a lot of huge runs going against them. I'm wondering, though, why DJ Williams hasn't been a more prolific part of this offense going forward with how much success he's had against Ursuline in this game.
I would agree with you. I'm very surprised that they haven't looked his way a little bit more. And on the defensive side of things, Ursuline has done a very good job of adjusting to this run offense that torched them in the first half.
As now sending Mitchell into motion, goes for the screen pass to Mitchell. As Mitchell with a beautiful, elusive move to get that first. And a fumble goes the way of the Irish. And they huge.
Oh my gosh.
As Tyree Mitchell with a major error. And hey, the Irish had some complaints about that call on the sideline. Football has its way of correcting itself.
Yep.
And this time, in the form of a fumble.
And C.J. Frasco and Jack Erickson, two very, very young players, a sophomore and a sophomore and a junior, both, third time's the try here. Two sophomores punching and clawing at that ball, never giving up on the play, and eventually ripped it free. Very impressive by these young guys on the defense.
As an 8-point advantage, and the turnover sets the Irish up at midfield now. Four receivers set the handoff as no holes to be found, trying to find one, and does find one, does McElroy. And McElroy barreling forward for a great gain on first down. First down carry got about 6, brings up 2nd and 4 now.
Yeah, just turning nothing into something.
I mean, Ursuline battling through and through, and the defense has been the thing that's responded. Falcons were able to get the stop, but now a turnover on the other end, so both teams even with a turnover on downs, but the score is the only instance where it's not even. And McElroy not going down, and he does get the first down for his efforts.
Yeah,
and that's got to be an area where the Falcons need to correct is DeMarcus McElroy has been torching them here in this third quarter.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the game against Hickory second weekend, where he just had an absolute explosive night.
Goes right back to DeMarcus, who breaks the first tackle, gets to the 25 on another first down carry.
They're playing with fire here. They keep letting them get these big runs. Eventually, they're going to fake them with the play action RPO, go over the middle, and they're going to get torched. They have to contain this run.
And it looks like player down for the Falcons now, as maybe some cramping going on, and it looks like that might be the situation right now, as you have those issues, and when defenses are playing, as much as both of these defenses have, you get those issues from time to time. 2:55 left in this third quarter of play. Irish with the first down. We'll take a real quick timeout, injury timeout on the field. We'll be back right after this on YSN Live.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
As we welcome you back in, ready for this play, we want to thank our friends over at YSU. Are you looking for a valuable education close to home? Find out how to start your journey in the heart of a city on the rise. Visit explore.ysu.edu to take your first step today. Youngstown State University. We are Y, and proud. And big news today as Bo Brungard of the Springfield Tigers verbally committing to YSU today, too.
Yeah.
So it looks like the YSU Penguins may have just had a huge pickup in quarterback Bo Brungard of New Middletown Springfield.
Yeah, if Bo Brungard officially goes there and signs a deal, I mean, that's huge for Dougie Phillips over there at YSU.
As the handoff again, and DeMarcus McElroy gets tackled down. Beautiful tackle to keep him from the end zone, but nonetheless, it's a 1st and goal now for Ursuline.
But coming out of the half, he had a big night. Now, going forward, he's containing and keeping up this pressure, just not allowing these defensive linebackers to get a tackle.
What a huge tackle, and a flag comes in as it's going to be a horse collar. As it's just frustration at some point. Need to put someone on him that can get him, but I mean, a perfect blend of speed and size for McElroy, and it's just causing the Falcons so much fits right now on defense.
Yeah, and I'm looking over in this Ursuline student section. They're starting to feel it. They got into a little bit there at halftime. They got their chance going right beforehand. They're starting to feel it. If they can score a touchdown here, it might blow the roof off this side of the stadium.
Would definitely be a huge touchdown if so, with the potential to put them up by as much as 15 if the extra point were to go through as well. But it looks like we're going to have a discussion before the penalty is called on the field. Let's listen in. So as we expected, a horse collar penalty brings it half the distance to the goal, so moving from the 10 to the 5 and bringing up a 1st and goal as DeMarcus McElroy. Chance now for the trifecta and the hat trick here in just 3 quarters of play. 2:37 remains in this 3rd quarter.
Trips left.
As again goes right back. No, keeps it himself to Shannon. Hits it for pay dirt. And another 6 go up for Ursuline.
What a play design. That whole entire drive. Give it to DeMarcus. Give it to DeMarcus. Give it to DeMarcus. And just when you think they're going to give it to him one more time, Brady rips it from him and says, no, I'm going to try it in myself this time.
As Brady Shannon says, you can't have all the fun tonight. Says, I'll take one myself. Puts up 6, extra point pending as the Irish leading it now by 14.
Great series by this Irish offense. Now, if they get another stop, oh boy, they are looking good for this 4th quarter.
And the big thing now, the Irish cannot let Fitch get any sort of momentum now, solely in the court of the Irish, as that kick looks like it was blocked and it goes off the upright. So huge play now for the Falcons as it takes away the 2-point conversion need if they can get a touchdown.
Yeah, and although Reagan's kicks aren't exactly powerful, he's very accurate. In that Bishop Hartley game, you think about it like this. They scored 62 points. He missed 1 in that game. 1. That for a high school kicker, that is very good. And so kind of surprising here.
And you know what? As surprising as it is, small plays like this might just be what the Falcons needed. A special teams play where you got pressure enough, you got that miss. Maybe it generates some excitement on that Falcons sideline. They have some work to do. 2.5 minutes remain, 2:29 to be exact here in this 3rd quarter of play. Fitch now down by a pair of touchdowns.
Yeah, Devin Sherwood's got to come out of this angry and ready to go. He's got to get this He's got to get this Fitch offense going. He's got to spread it out, make the right plays, make the right reads, and just march down this field and get in that end zone and give this football team a chance.
We'll have to see if they opt to go with brute strength and just opt to bring DJ Williams out as the full-time back going forward, because if there's one player that the Irish have had trouble tackling on the Fitch side, it's been DJ Williams.
Yeah, and that's not a bad idea. I mean, he's been trucking Irish defenders all night like it's nothing. I mean, he's just a force of nature on the football field. And the only concern is, and granted, there's still a quarter left, there's a lot of time, how quickly do they want to score here is a question. How quickly can they score is a question.
Exactly, as both teams have proven they've been able to put up points rather quickly, and falling on it and a flag comes in. We'll have to see if one of the Irish took off past that line. It's going to be a penalty on the Irish, and it's going to move Fitch up if that's the case, or move the Irish back for the kickoff, I should say. And let's listen in for it.
Forgot your mic, ref. Forgot your mic.
As the mic The mic, I guess, was off, but it was against the Irish, and what we saw, a 5-yard penalty against them, and that's going to bring them up to the NFL standard of where the kickoff is now at the 35.
Oh, yeah. You better be ready. You better power this one because, I mean, like you said, this is about the NFL kickoff.
As this is now a situation, do you opt to go with the squib kick now in this situation? Because you could ultimately put Fitch at the 50 then.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to.
And they do opt to go with the normal kickoff, taken in at the 30 by Tyler Evans. And Evans slips the first tackle, slips the second tackle. He is on his way. Green pastures ahead of him. Tyler Evans continues the run.
And the kicker!
Tackle down at the 25-yard line. And boy, oh boy, does that get the Falcon faithful roaring. As that huge play on special teams on the defensive end from the Falcons has translated to a special teams play on the offensive end for Falcons.
Yeah, and thank God for the kicker. I mean, if it wasn't for the kicker, he's seeing red end zones right now. I mean, as Pat McAfee would say, that's a for the brand moment right there, laying the boom.
As now on the 25-yard line, just the play the doctor ordered as Fitch has a chance to come roaring back on offense. Devin Sherwood out of the shotgun. Fitch starting at 1st and 10 at the 25. Sending into motion. That was Mitchell. As keeping the ball on the ground are the Falcons for about a gain of 2 on the first down run.
Yeah, and it's like I mentioned this last week against Chardon. What the Irish failed to do on defense was you can't give up 0 runs on or 0 yards on a run every play, but what you have to do is contain them to 2, 1, maybe 3. You can't give up these 5-6 yard run or yardage runs every single play.
As Sherwood back again, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, does Sherwood. Sherwood just trying to fight forward. Looks like he got the first down, or at least close to it. And it looks like they're marking him just short, so 3rd down and very short coming up for the Falcons. And, I mean, plays you want to go back on that were huge. You got to remember the Falcons, too, on the cusp of the end zone, a big high snap that resulted in the Falcons having to kick a field goal. As looking for the false start, and the refs have been pretty lenient with jumps. We've seen jumps.
Yeah, I think they missed a call here on 77. It might have been Levi Grimes. I think he had a neutral zone infraction that they just missed.
It looks like, but they've been, I mean, consistent on both sides. The handoff this time. And fighting forward, I'm not sure if he got it. It's going to be close. No doubt the Falcons will likely go for it again.
Yeah, 4th and short, you have to.
As DJ Williams was the one with the carry. As needing a first down here, because if you get a turnover on downs for the Irish, the momentum will be completely drained out of the Falcons sideline. So this might be the biggest play of the game. 35 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter as Devin Sherwood with DJ Williams on his left hip. 2 receivers out left, 2 to the right. Biggest play of the game to this point. The snap from Sherwood. Sherwood looks to the right. Nothing there. Sherwood going to get the edge for a first down and more for a touchdown as he barrels his way through as the Falcon faithful let out a screech from across the field. Great. As the Falcons work their way right back into this one.
Yeah, and a great play by Devin Sherwood. Got outside the pocket. His initial read wasn't there. Got out to his left and got into the end zone.
As again, boy, oh boy, the play that the Falcons needed, but now you still have to stop the Ursuline offense another time, and that's a lot easier said than done with how prolific this offense is. Still needing an extra point. Josiah Burneye back, ready to kick it. If anything has been an indication, both these teams like to copy each other. That would be a bad indication for the Falcons, but he does send that one through the upright, and this has become a 1-possession game as just what the doctor ordered for the Falcons. A little bit of momentum swing now. Yep. Now it's up to the Irish and Brady Shannon. You talked about this, big moments. You're going 19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what you got. Sherwood Shannon, quarter number 4. Ursuline up by a touchdown.
Time to put up or shut up. Time to put up or shut up. I almost called you Ian. I'm not used to this yet, Ty.
As we saw too, but like you said, it's both of these teams trying to respond to each other. What happens? Brady Shannon scores a touchdown on the ground. What does Sherwood do? Say, all right, you want to do that? I'll match you then on this end. As Sherwood scores a touchdown, just trying to outdo each other. Highest level of competition I think you could see in high school football right now.
Yeah, this is a great area for high school football in general. And you're seeing 2 of the powerhouse for their divisions just go at it. I mean, let's not forget, Fitch is 2 divisions higher than Ursuline, and this is an ultra-competitive game with the Irish currently in the lead. I mean, these are 2 of the best programs you're going to find for a long way around, and we're seeing that tonight. There's a reason that there's so many people here to watch this game.
Yeah, especially, I mean, you're having a great crowd, packed house, both sidelines. I mean, Ursuline showing up like they usually do for their away games, and of course the Falcons always have a good crowd on hand. This is what we love to see in high school football, packed houses, as packed as they can be. As now, the Irish with another offensive possession on the docket, up by 7. This might be the biggest drive of the game to this point for the Irish coming up.
Yeah, I would agree with you here, Todd. They get into the end zone again and keep a 2-touchdown lead. It's huge, absolutely massive.
And I mean, big thing for Brady Shannon. I think you just got to take care of the ball here. Don't get hyper aggressive. You still have the lead. Play with it.
Oh.
And they're gonna go with a modest kick, looking for a fumble.
Dunlow off the sideline.
And Dunlow's
gonna keep going.
Able to keep going, and that was not a play that the Falcons wanted to go that way. As a horribly designed play by Fitch goes all the way wrong for the Falcons, as the Irish immediately with a response, and they have worked their way inside the 30. What a carry by Dunlow.
Didn't you just mention about them copying each other, doing the same thing? You know, isn't it kind of weird?
They love doing it. They love going right at each other. 16 seconds remain in the third. As set up with fantastic field position now are the Irish.
Just awestruck, just completely awestruck. You get a good return here for Fitch, and then you get an equally good return for the Irish. I mean,
as no running room to be had there, maybe a gain of a yard by DeMarcus, as the Falcons starting to read into the run a little bit, but as you talked about too, Trey, that when they go into the run, they love to lull you to sleep, does Ursuline. Got to watch out for that pass.
Yep, and put your force up. We're going into the fourth tie.
Going into the fourth quarter, Ursuline up by a touchdown, but they are driving. We'll be back. Sherwood, Shannon, Fitch, Irish, right after this on ysnlive.com.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Welcome back, everybody. We're ready for the final 12 minutes of action here at Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium, and we knew this was going to be one of the big matchups in the area tonight, and I got to tell you, Trey, this is not disappointed to this point.
Not disappointed one bit, Ty. This has been a slugfest from the very beginning.
As, I mean, what we're seeing, too, I mean, the Ursuline Irish doing enough on defense. Falcons had a chance to get back into this one, but a big play on special teams by Dunlow, and the Irish have gotten them in a fantastic field position, threatening to score again. I think the biggest thing is, for the Falcons, can you hold the Irish to anything here? Even a field goal here is something better than a touchdown. Can you prevent a touchdown from happening? Fitch has not really had much success against that this game. Can they find a little bit here?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see. I mean, I truly do not know. I mean, they haven't been able to stop them really yet. Only a couple times. I think one time maybe had they stopped them from scoring, maybe two. Yeah, just complete dominance so far, but there's an offense.
Trying to get a quick run on there, and they get a few yards on the carry as they're going to mark them right at that 25. That is going to be a 3rd down and 5 to go now, though, for Ursuline as they tried to hurry up on that offense. Getting right back to the line again from the 25, goes back to the handoff and tackled there, little bit short of the first, and it's going to be a 4th down and a few to go.
You go for it here. There's no question about it. I don't know if Reagan Smith has the range for this kick, and obviously you're not punting here.
Got to watch the play action here, though, obviously, as
yes, you
this
do.
might be the instance where the Irish break it out. As a tight bunch formation, single receiver out to the right, and taking it himself is Shannon, going to the right side, and a tackle. I don't know if he got it. I don't believe he did. As a huge tackle of the big man Shannon, and the Falcons get a turnover on downs and a chance to get right back in this game. 11-10 left in the fourth.
Big tackle there on Brady.
As
Huge
Brady
tackle.
Shannon, too. I mean, you love the play call because Brady Shannon has been bulldozing the Falcons all night long, especially with those run designs on the outside. But now for the Falcons, you got the momentum with the stop, you got the momentum with the touchdown, and you got the momentum with another stop here. Can you take advantage, tie this ball game up? 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the fourth.
Yeah, you have to. You don't want to get stopped now. You have all the momentum on your side. You have to score now.
Oh my God, if this game could get tied up, what a treat we have in store for us between these two teams. As the handoff is kept by Devin Sherwood this time, and Sherwood lost the handle on it. His knee never went down, and it does look like it did go down.
Lucky
break, too, as the Irish, of course, wanted the initial down, but I think they would have taken him being up still. It would have been a loss of near 10 if that was the case, but they give him the down, and it's going to bring up second down and about 10 now for Fitch.
Yeah, very, very, very lucky break there for Fitch with his knee being down, because he was just going nothing but backwards after that.
You're looking at it second down and 20, and a lot worse situation if you're the Falcons. Second and down and 9 nonetheless. As Sherwood taking the snap, looking for some passing room right over the middle with a beautiful seed, and past the 50.
That was an absolute dot.
As Tyler Evans, with a monstrous catch over the middle. And that was a huge passing play by Sherwood to get him into Irish territory.
Yeah, absolute laser beam thrown by, just absolute laser beam.
As Sherwood back to Tyree Mitchell. Tyree Mitchell falling forward, still fighting forward, close to the first down. Going to be second down and short.
Tyree Mitchell just keeps those legs going. They never stop even after the whistle. He keeps going. He keeps his legs going non-stop after the rush.
I mean, I don't think you could find a pair of more evenly matched teams in this area right now between the Irish and the Falcons. Both of them do very similar things, both in the running back department, the defense, the quarterback, the offense overall. Both of these teams so evenly matched right now. As going back to Mitchell, as Mitchell slips the first tackle, slips the second one. Nobody's in front of him. Tie, ball game, extra point pending.
Here we go. Here we go.
As within one, with the extra point pending now. Now, the big question is here, Trey. We know both these teams like to copy each other. Josiah Burnham hasn't missed a kick yet. We know what the Ursuline Irish did on the other side. You worry about it here if you are Fitch, because that is a huge play for Ursuline. But nonetheless, big extra point coming up now for Burnham.
Do we have a little Romo action in the booth? Do we have Romo action in the booth? Does he?
As the kick just barely gets over the upright. I scared you there. I got everyone scared.
Gosh.
And I almost jinxed the Falcons. I was everyone's favorite person in Ursuline territory, and I was the Falcons' worst enemy for a second there.
I thought it almost got real weird there for a second because, wow.
9 minutes and 39 seconds left now, Trey, and it's a new ball game in the stadium.
Yep, it's a 9:39 ball game. You got 9 minutes and 39 seconds left. Ursuline gets the ball first. Let's see what happens. I mean, we said after the first couple possessions for these teams that it could very well end up being who gets the ball last, who makes one big stop. And honestly, I think it's going to be the former post the latter. I think it's who has the ball last.
And it very well could be that situation. Very similar game. We saw that last year right here in Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium when the Austintown Fitch Falcons took on the Steubenville Big Red, and it was very similar in last year's contest. As now here the Irish are, and very similar to the Irish in that Bishop Hartley game week 1 of this season. As back and forth. Now, I mean, this is where the cards are on the table. It's all up to the players who can go out there and have a better 9:39 on this field.
It's like I love to say, Ursuline's one of those teams where their game plan is we're just going to score more than you. That's what their mentality. We're just going to score more than you. And we're seeing now that Fitch has been able to respond to them pretty well throughout this game.
As now, the Irish back ready to receive the kickoff. Remember the last time the Falcons kicked it off, I mean, disastrous is an understatement for how that turned out. I don't think you see anything close to that now, as you might just see Josiah Burney try to aim for the end zone and tell the Irish to come out to the 20, 25-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting loud, though, in both sides of the stadium as a little bit of air coming out of the Ursuline side, very opposite of what we saw. I mean, ups and downs for this game, as we saw Falcons fans quiet for a majority of that second quarter and third.
Yep, complete and utter roller coaster of emotions here.
I mean, this is a game where you hate to see a team have to lose, but there is going to be a winner. There has to be one determined here.
Yep.
As 9:39 remain, Ursuline with the ball coming up as Josiah Burney back ready to kick it off.
I think I'm just going to start calling him Robo-Leg.
You very well might. He is a tremendous leg, and no question about it there. Boots it, hauled in at that 5-yard line was McElroy as DeMarcus tries to slip that first tackle and tackling him down at the 20 as Falcon faithful getting loud. You almost think there was a turnover on the field for how loud they got for a second. Just happy to get him down because that's how good DeMarcus has been this game. And if that gives you any indication of how loud the fans cheered because they just tackled DeMarcus.
Well, yeah, if you're Josiah and with how, explosive and quick he's been today, I'm trying to kick that one onto the baseball field. I mean, I don't want to give him any chance.
As this is exactly what you look for in any sort of football game, as it's going to come down to the wire. Brady Shannon ready for another offensive drive for the Irish. The handoff to DeMarcus, and DeMarcus
up the
with
middle.
A huge carry on that first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and short now for Ursuline.
I feel like we've seen more halfback draws and options and reads today more than I've seen the past couple weeks for this Ursuline Irish offense. I haven't seen, in covering this team this season, this many halfback just draws up the middle.
And if they're finding success here, that makes Ursuline that much more dangerous in Division
it does.
4. As DeMarcus with the carry again finds the edge and gets tackled at the 45, but after a huge gain now as the Ursuline Irish inch closer to Falcon territory. Now the biggest thing is, for Ursuline, you got to have the ball last, but if you keep getting the lead first, don't give a turnover, don't give the ball up on offense, and you could come away with this one.
Nope, absolutely.
As a carry of just a yard or two by DeMarcus there, 2nd down and 8 coming up.
And like you said, and like what I said pregame, Brady has to be smart with the ball in these situations. So just like everybody else, have to maintain a certain level of calmness and make sure you value the football.
As, a turnover here for either team would be detrimental with 8:30 left remaining in this ball game. Again, going
Another
right back
one.
to DeMarcus, and DeMarcus tackled again
Fumble.
on the ground.
I think Fitch has it.
Came away with it.
I think Fitch has it.
Oh, this is a huge call. Let's see.
They're going to say he's down.
Down.
Oh, and he has it. Wow.
Huge call.
I thought Fitch had it. I thought he lost it, and I thought I saw a Fitch player jump on it.
Would have been a dynamic play if it was the case. 3rd and 7 coming up. Big play for the Irish. Nearing midfield, still just on their side of the field, but close to the 50. Both sides getting rather loud. Here comes Shannon.
Oh, what a block by Donlau.
As there goes Shannon off, ready for the races. Not at the first, but he is close.
You're going for this. There's no way. It's 4th and 1. There's no chance that you're punting this football right now. Especially with how, I don't want to say bad, how good the Fitch offense has been.
Exactly, and I mean, this has been a Fitch defense that has
Here we go. It's getting loud in here.
As both sides realizing how big of a play this is. Shannon out of the shotgun. As the Falcons loaded the box there, went 7 strong. It looks like blitz was coming against the Irish. Shannon checking off with his line. Moving DeMarcus to his left hip, hands it off to DeMarcus. And DeMarcus with a huge first down carry. And I think there might be an injury on the field in the form of the Falcons here.
There is?
Someone was down for a second, able to get back up there. Looked like down for a second, was rocked a little bit hard on the field, was their defensive end, Donovan Oliver. Back up, though, but he was shaken up a little bit. Able to get right back up and check back into this game, knowing he does not want to go to the sidelines even for a play.
You want to talk about an intense moment. I mean, everybody in this stadium had just held their breath on that 4th and 1 as DeMarcus takes one up the sideline. He's got room. He breaks a tackle.
As they can't stop DeMarcus with the speed and power, a perfect blend. Stepping out of bounds, 6:40 remain in this ball game as the Irish have moved to a 1st and goal situation.
My, oh my.
Or excuse me, he was pushed out of bounds earlier. Looks like he went out of bounds
That's
inside of the 10, but they're saying that he went out at the 13 now. And
that's a bad man. Number 6, that's a bad man right now. He is electric in the backfield.
Give it right back to DeMarcus, who goes up the middle and got about half the yards needed on that carry, bringing up 2nd down now.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And that's a big thing. The Falcons need to figure out how to stop DeMarcus. Even if it is for just one drive, you need to get a couple of stops on DeMarcus because he is torching that defense right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's been undoubtedly, him and Will Burney, the 2 main players that have sparked this Ursuline offense today.
And who would have thought we wouldn't be saying Ja'Kylan Irving or Dean Boyd's name much in this game, but Ursuline finding out different ways to win, and DeMarcus reaching his hand out. It's going to be 1st and goal now for Ursuline.
Oh, here we go. And 5 minutes and 53 seconds now on the clock for those of you at home.
As it's definitely, I mean, the clock slightly favoring the Irish. You don't want Falcons to have the ball last, because if this goes into overtime, oh my goodness, I don't know who comes out of it then in overtime.
I might not come out of it. I might need CPR in the booth.
As we'll have you covered throughout this whole game. There will be a winner in this one, as now it moves to a 1st and goal situation.
Down. No, they're saying a 3rd down.
Are they saying he's short?
I believe so.
This might be an instance where they're going to bring the chains out. I was going to say that's an instance where I would figure Ursuline's going to ask for a measurement on that, because that's huge 3rd down comparative to a 1st down
goal,
here.
Yeah. Honestly, though, depending.
And that is a 1st down.
Yeah.
They had it right the first time, but hey, you know what? You got to give this officiating crew all the credit in the world, making sure they make the right calls on the play. We give them a lot of trouble, and we give them a lot of heckle. We heckle them a lot, but actually this officiating crew doing a very good job on the field today, being very fair, very balanced to it in their calls of the game.
And D-Mac just walks in the end zone.
The trifecta, the hat trick, whatever you want to call it, DeMarcus McElroy with 3 touchdowns on the ground this game as he continues to sizzle. As Ursuline with a 6-point advantage. Now, you talked about Smith missing that one. You can't miss another one in this situation.
Nope.
As far as both kickers are concerned, you got to be 100% accurate from this point on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Sherwood right now and you're coming out, and with Reagan Smith, granted he mixes, Devin has to come out and relax. This is a big moment for him early on in the season.
As let's see, as the extra point up and right through the middle. Crunch time kick is good, and it's a 7-point advantage for the Ursuline Irish.
Yep.
As DeMarcus McElroy, oh my goodness, what a game for this young man. I mean, 3 touchdowns on the ground and just carrying a load of Falcons with him every time he gets the ball.
Absolutely star-studded.
Grown man strength as a high schooler, and you look at him and you think, man, oh man, do I not want to be matched up with him if you're on Ursuline's schedule.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. You see him outside of school, just in street clothes, you're like, oh, it's probably one of YSU's defensive backs or one of YSU's halfbacks. No, folks. That's a high school running back with a lot of strength.
As he is a big man, and he's been a big problem for the Falcons' defense. As Ursuline says, your move, Fitch. We'll see if Fitch has a response. Be back right after this break on ysnlive.com.
I find it exciting to try to find that one car to match with the customer. And to me, that's the fun of it, and it's kind of a challenge. And I want them to know that their best interest is what I have in my heart. I get to meet new people every day, listen to their conversations, become friends with these people. I think they see I genuinely care and really want the best for them. at that, when they're in here. And so far, that's my favorite thing. I'm Justin Coulter, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action. Ursuline up by 7. Fitch ready to get the ball back. 5:41 remains in this ball game, and this is about everything we expected it to be tonight, Trey.
Fireworks and more, Ty. Just from the beginning all the way up until now, this has been one heck of a game.
Now, we're not even done yet. 5 minutes and 41 seconds remain. Anything can happen in the beautiful sport of football, especially with that much time left on the clock. Let's see if Fitch has a response to the Irish.
Not only especially in football, especially in this game.
As we've seen teams score as quickly as 2 minutes and under. Not an issue scoring for either team, as now it's in Fitch's court to try to respond. As the Irish showing the U like they do before kickoffs, and the boot is hauled in right around that 15-yard line. Fitch making that move, though. First initial move, still in bounds and pushed out of bounds right around that 40-yard line, as a huge carry by Cam Smith gives the Falcons great field position to start.
Yeah, and Cam Smith is a name that I thought we would call a little bit more today, especially with all the scoring that's going on. I'm very surprised we haven't heard his name as much.
And you know what? It's both ways. So as we said about Ursuline, not talking about Ja'Kylan Irving and Dean Boyd a lot, we haven't really said Cam Smith's, Dan Evans III outside of defense, and Jaden Eli either. It's been Donnie Ellis and a little bit of Tyler Ellis, but mostly it's just been those two that have been huge. As now the Falcons trying to respond on offense. Sherwood comes out, 3 receiver formation to his left, 1 to the right. Looks like DJ Williams is in the backfield, now coming up to Sherwood's right hip. And it looks like a timeout being called by Sherwood, as wanting to talk things over here, as knowing how big of a drive this is, trying to tie things up. And as Fitch takes their first time out of the half, we will also take a timeout real quick, pay some bills, thank our friends around the area from ysnlive.com.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists.
Welcome back, everybody, as Fitch getting ready to start this offensive drive. As the Irish,
it's showtime.
Faithful getting the defense cheer started. The handoff to DJ Williams, and DJ Williams, oh my God, goes off of a tackle. DJ Williams, green pastures in front of him, says, get on my back, Irish, I'll carry you to the 25.
Yeah, and Dean Boyd just saved a touchdown there. Hands down.
Maybe the only person on that Ursuline defensive squad that could bring down DJ Williams by himself. Dean Boyd, the big man, 6'4". Fitch, though, moving at the 25. Give it right back to the big man. There he goes. Nobody even in sight. DJ Williams, 2 runs for a touchdown. And in a blink of an eye, Trey, DJ Williams gets the Falcons right back in this one.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. So reminiscent of week 1 for Ursuline. Just score fest, and I mean that was a very poor defensive drive for this Ursuline defense.
And DeMarcus and DJ,
the backs are having themselves a night.
Fantastic running by both DeMarcus and DJ. DeMarcus securing his 3rd touchdown of the game in the last offensive drive for Ursuline. DJ Williams scoring a big one here. Extra point pending now for Josiah Burneye. As that kick up and good, and Josiah Burneye has been fantastic tonight. We're back even at 41 apiece. 5:14 to go in this ball game. Ursuline set to get the ball back. I feel like we've been taking a lot of timeouts, but there's been so many scores going in this one. But we'll stay right here with you throughout this one, as we've taken a few too many timeouts here in the last few plays. But let's just rewind and talk about what we're seeing on these offenses right now. Defense reared around the corner a little bit, said hello in the end of the third and fourth quarter and beginning of the fourth quarter for both teams. But now I think both the defenses have left the lobby, have left the chat room, have left the building. And this is all offense right now on the field. It's Ursuline, it's Fitch, it's Shannon, it's Sherwood, it's DeMarcus, it's DJ. This is exactly what you want. Two huge offensive squads going at each other. Who gets the ball last? Who scores last is the big question now.
Feels like a good old-fashioned backyard football game. Just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I mean, a combined 82 points.
Incredible, incredible. As both these teams, I think, would love to surpass the century mark combined points, if possible. Josiah Burney ready to kick it off. The dangerous DeMarcus McElroy back ready to receive the kickoff.
Yeah, and with everything that's been going on, right? What's crazy to think about with the Ursuline Irish offense, they could stick to the ground game and they could try and pound it and do what they've been doing. But Dean Boyd has yet to have a catch. And Will Burney has had a lot of catches in this game. If the focus shifts to Will and not kept on Dean, that's a very, very dangerous thing to be playing with.
And let's see, as hauling it in was DeMarcus trying to get it off the single bounce and get a tackle. DeMarcus getting the edge, but pushing him out of bounds.
Oh, a flag.
But a flag
Late
is
flag.
down. We'll see who this one is on. Let's take a listen in live on the field and see what the call is on the play. As I believe this one is going to go against the Falcons here. At least that's what the Irish were signaling. As we'll listen in now and see what the call is.
At the end of the run, that was a 5-yard face mask.
A 5-yard face mask, and you got to remember, in the high school game, they still have an intentional and an unintentional face mask. The unintentional ones go for 5. The intentional ones go for 15. I don't know how you could tell if a face mask is intentional or unintentional, but nevertheless, it gave the Ursuline Irish 5 more yards, and I'm sure they'll take it.
I'm just going to sit here, nod my head, and smile, Ty.
As now the Irish will set up shop on the 40, reminiscent of where the Falcons were setting up. 39 to be quite exact where the Irish will be setting up.
There's been a lot of reminiscence in this game.
There's been a lot. I mean, 2 evenly matched teams, and look what the score is with how much time.
Boy.
As DeMarcus tried to answer, gets the first down as he went through like that was a ping pong machine.
If I'm a
pinball, excuse me.
If I'm a DC, a defensive coordinator right now, I'm like, hey, I think he's going to run the ball. He has at least 100-plus yards of total yards right now. I mean,
3 touchdowns, too.
Now, with one safety high now, on the bottom of your screen is Dean Boyd one-on-one.
We'll have to see. Dan Evans matched up with Boyd. He's been doing a great job, but no, they go right back to the ground game and not letting him, or making sure he feels and not letting him get a big gain that time. But Fitch hasn't had many of those big stops this game. I mean, they get maybe a play off of DeMarcus, but have not been able to consistently stop McElroy this game.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a dead horse, but I mean, I feel like Dean's got to eventually win one of these coverages here, and they're just.
And again, stuffed up the middle, but able to fight. Heck of a fight, too, by DeMarcus to get some positive carry on that. As now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and medium for the Irish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and number 3, Dan Evans, has come off the field, at least off of Dean Boyd.
As now this might be the opportunity.
And he's going to press.
That they were looking for. As Shannon takes the snap, goes right back to the handoff. What a hole created as DeMarcus looking for 4. He's got it in the end zone. A 4-touchdown game for DeMarcus McElroy. As boy, oh boy, I think his mom came up to us before the game and said, I hope he has a good game. I looked at her and said, I think he will, and boy, oh boy, has he ever shown up in huge, huge fashion. Another touchdown for the Irish and a lead for Ursuline.
I mean, you would think somebody strapped turbo jets to the back of his cleats the way he's taking off through these holes. I mean, does he get tired? I mean, good Lord. I mean, he's just been running everywhere from returns to handoffs. And by the way, I think about 75% of their offense has been just, hey, let's give him the ball and just let him do his thing.
If you would have told me you have Brady Shannon and Devin Sherwood on a team, and it's going to be more about the running game than the passing. I would have told you you're lying, but no, not the case. DeMarcus McElroy, DJ Williams, along with Tyree Mitchell have been huge for both the Falcons and the Irish in this game. 48-41, Irish leading it. Still 3:41 left in the game. Fitch going to get the ball back. Looks like an injury down on the field, though, and it is, I believe, a Falcon player down. As we're going to take a real quick timeout as they make sure they tend to the player. I'm not sure who we got a name on, but we'll get a name on him here in just a second as we will be back right after this on ysnlive.com.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
I don't think he's up.
Welcome back, everybody, as we're right deadlocked in this one. 48-41. Irish are leading it. Fitch set to get the ball back. But boy, oh boy, let's talk about DeMarcus McElroy. A 4-touchdown game on the ground tonight, Trey.
Just absurd. I mean, he's finding holes and just absolutely sprinting like a track runner just through him. It's hard for these Fitch defenders to even get a hand on him the way he's moving throughout the pockets and throughout the holes. It's something special to see.
And taking it in a big fumble on the ground.
That's going to be Ursuline's ball.
Irish come up with it in a huge defensive stop. And Fitch pleading their case that they were down. And it looks like they're going to call. Are they calling it down or a fumble? I believe they might be calling it down. Let's see, though.
Ooh. Oh,
let's see. I believe. Oh no, they might be saying. Let's see though.
They said he was down.
Saying he was down. So a big call. Nonetheless, a huge tackle for Ursuline though, as they did not let Cam Smith beat him on the return.
Nope.
Of course, you want to fumble there because that pretty much seals the game if you're the Irish.
Yeah.
And now Fitch with another opportunity.
Close play. It could have gone either way. I mean.
And gives it right back. Tyree Mitchell trying to get some ground as he got about half the distance he needed. As the Falcons, though, with 3:24, do you elect to burn the rest of the clock out and score and try to score and just send it into overtime? I don't know if you're going to have enough time if you give the ball back to Ursuline unless you score really quick here. I don't know. Let's see what the strategy is for the Falcons. Giving it right back to their back. Mitchell with the first down and more still going. Stepping out of bounds past the 45.
Yeah. He's just having himself a day, too. If it wasn't for DeMarcus McElroy's insane day from the ground, I mean.
Both these teams rushing a heck of a ton of times and both having a ton of success. But I think you got to also point to, yes, as much as we've been dogging on the defense, this defense has been on the field a lot. Both defenses have. These defenses have to be getting tired at this point, and those hits from these backs must feel a lot more heavy.
Yeah, I mean, as the game goes on, you got tired legs, tired arms.
As DJ Williams just brute strength with a first down and more again. As again, neither of these teams have an answer for each other's running backs as DJ Williams able to get a first down carry on it.
Oh, and it looks like that might be DJ Williams down.
And that is not what you want to
that.
see, especially
Yeah.
late in this game, especially how good of a game DJ Williams has had. They're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back on ysnlive.com.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trend.
Well, folks, I mean, DJ Williams is shaken up, but he is walking off the field under some assistance, but he is able to walk off the field. And, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, we're having a great game. Yeah, there's a little bit of fun in the press box and on the field as well, as both these fan bases are deeply passionate for each other's teams, and they know this is a big game. But at the end of the day, you don't want any of these kids to get injured, and we obviously wish for the best in future endeavors and health for DJ Williams. Hope he gets healthy and back on the field really soon.
Yeah, you hate to see that. I mean, especially with how good of a night he's having. You hate to see that. That's the worst thing that could happen.
But nonetheless, the Falcons still needing that touchdown, down by 7, 2:50 remaining. They have a first down thanks to the carry by DJ Williams as they go right back to the run game as Tyree Mitchell slips the first tackle, falls forward for about 3 or 4 as Ursuline, obviously not intentionally, but has taken out one of the premier backs of Fitch's offense now, drastically changes what Fitch can do on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, completely agreed. I mean, DJ was such a big part of this offense this whole entire game, and now it just feels like it's been flipped on its head.
As now, 2nd and 8. Fitch needing to figure out an offensive score here. Goes right back to the ground game, and Tyree Mitchell falling forward, holding on to the ball, luckily, too, as you always worry on those ones about it popping loose. Does bring up 3rd down and very short, though, about a yard to go for the Falcons.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in this football game.
And there's no doubt that this is going to be 4-down territory for the Falcons. Absolutely. As the game is on the line now. As I know, as much as everyone's loving this game in the stadium, I don't know if anybody can take an overtime. They want a result here in regulation as Tyree Mitchell gets the first down and more before hitting the ground as he works his way in the red zone of Ursuline. As now, minute 36 left in the game. Fitch needing a score. Trying to get this game evened up, 48-41, minute 25 and ticking in this one.
Anybody's heart going about 1,000,000 miles an hour right now?
I think everybody's in this stadium is sweaty palms time in Greenwood Falcon Stadium. The handoff, big hole up the middle, rushing up the middle and got about half the yards needed to the goal. And that's going to burn some more clock. Does Ursuline take a timeout is going to be a question.
I don't know.
And I don't think Coach Reardon's calling for it yet.
Nope.
As he's going to let it play out and just take it to overtime if the Falcons do come away with a score.
55 seconds left.
As now, time going to be a factor. Both teams with a couple of timeouts left, but Fitch needing a score here, trying to get back even against the Irish. As Sherwood,
40 seconds left.
Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell gets the edge. Mitchell gets the end zone. As an extra point pending on tying this game up with 32 seconds left. And Fitch has moved within a single point of the Irish.
Wow.
Boy,
oh drive.
boy. We said it before the game. Trey, and I'll say it right now, did you expect anything less from these two teams on this field?
Nope, just two heavy hitters just having a slugfest.
As now, timeout being called by the Falcons, too. Likely because you probably are going to expect, we'll see if Ursuline tries to ice Josiah Burney here and call a timeout if they can. Big one. I won't even bring up the discrepancies and the similarities we see. Not with this big moment up. I won't even talk about what we've seen in this game and how similar these two teams have played. If you followed us along this far, you know the storyline. And if you're a Falcons fan, you're a little bit worried about this kick coming up.
Yeah, and there's probably one person in the stadium I don't want to be right now. His name's Josiah Burney. Even with the crazy power that he possesses with his leg, it's just so much pressure. I mean, like I said, if there's one person I don't want to be, it's Josiah Burney right now.
And the Falcons are bringing out the offense for a 2-point conversion, it looks like. Oh, my goodness. Game comes down to this. 2-point conversion coming up.
Whoa.
Who's coming away with this one? Devin Sherwood out of the shotgun. Tyree Mitchell to the right. And it looks like a timeout, drawing Ursuline to take the timeout.
Whoa, where did that come from?
But you know what? This might have been an interesting strategy by Coach Parker to get Ursuline to take their timeout early so they can't ice Josiah Burney now. So that might have been, we'll see if now Fitch still elects to go with it or if they go for the kick now.
I mean,
I think everybody in the stadium hopes that Fitch goes for it. Let's put this game on the line right now.
Put up or shut up. Here we go.
Very similar to what we saw Fitch in Steubenville last year. Steubenville needing a 2-point conversion. Fitch was able to get the big defensive stop then and secure a 1-point victory.
Yeah, and is Sherwood coming back out?
And they're in the opposite ends of things.
No, it doesn't look. Well,
As Sherwood is coming back out as the Falcon faithful come to their feet. It's coming down to this one, Trey. Could you ask for anything more? 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
On the line.
Hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyree Mitchell on the right hip of Sherwood. Sherwood takes the snap, rolls out to his right, backs up now, in trouble. Sherwood slips the first tackle, finding the back of the end zone.
No good! The Irish stomp him! The Irish stomp him on the 2-point conversion!
Big stop by the Ursuline Irish as a missed throw in the back of the end zone have given the Ursuline Irish a 1-point lead with 32 seconds left.
Oh my gosh.
As now, big questions for the Falcons. Do they elect to go for the onside kick? You have to at this point, right? You have to try to
I gotta ask though, you've had such a premier rushing against this Ursuline defense all night, and you like to throw.
That's what I was curious about too. I mean, Tyree Mitchell just had success against you with a big touchdown, and you don't go for him again. But hey, Ursuline, very, very reminiscent of that Bishop Hartley game where the defense wasn't very good, but it was very good in that last play of the game. Enough to get the victory. Again, Ursuline's defense, not very great this game, but was good enough in that play. We'll see if it's the last play of the game, but very, very good in that play of the game. And they hold now a 48-47 point lead.
And Sherwood did everything he could.
Slipped that first tackle, too, and I thought, a sack was imminent. Sherwood slipped the first tackle, kept the play alive as long as he could. But now, this one, heavily favored in the Irish's court as the 2-point conversion was failed. And you know what, as and this isn't a place where Josiah Burney can't make that kick, but you also got to understand where Coach Parker and them, they don't want either of these teams going into overtime. You saw what just happened to DJ Williams. Both these teams knowing they don't want any injuries to occur in overtime. They wanted an end game here in the fourth quarter, and you don't blame them too.
No blame at all. I mean, just such a crazy game.
As now coming down to this, Josiah Burney ready for the kick. Probably an onside coming up for Fitch. And a timeout being called by Coach Reardon, as Reardon trying to ice the kicker and make sure that the Irish are indeed ready for this onside kick. We'll take our final break of the evening, pay our final bills, be back with the ending of this game right after this, as we thank our partners over at WRS Wealth Advisors, as we say hello, to the audible call. Hello, Mike Ackelson, and we thank WRS.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
As we welcome you back into this one, an onside kick is imminent for the Falcons to try to get back into this one. But nonetheless, the Irish, with the stop of the night on a 2-point conversion attempt, has this game with Ursuline leading it 48-47.
Still question. I'm going to be honest. I'm still questioning the decision not to run there. I get what they were trying to do. But, and by the way, good job by the Ursuline defense of sticking with the play and not giving up on their assignment, because one person gives up their assignment, and this is a completely different conversation right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. As Josiah Burney back for the kick, the squib kick ends up in the hands on the ground. Who came up with it? Oh, the Falcons might have gotten it. I think they did. The Falcons did come up with the ball. Are you kidding me? This one isn't over yet. 32 seconds left and a timeout for the Falcons as the onside recovery goes in Fitch's favor, and the Ursuline Irish looking around like what just happened. And we're going to see, as a meeting in the middle by the officials though, initial call on the field is Falcon football. We will see if that is the call that stands.
This could be a question
and they're both pointing to the Falcons. Let's listen in here.
This could be a question of, did he maintain possession?
Huge call on the field. Could decide the game. Let's see.
And the Ursuline defense is trotting out. Tells me he did recover.
As it does look like Fitch is confident in the recovery. Not done yet, Alec. Alec, I'm calling you. No, not done yet, Trey. We're still in this one. 32 seconds left in this ball game. Oh my goodness. Let's listen in though and get the call.
No time expired off the clock.
How?
We're going to take 4 seconds off it. We're going to start down to 28 seconds of the Fitch's ball. Let's correct it first.
So no time was running off the clock, so the clock didn't run. It wasn't an issue if Fitch had the ball. It was an issue of where the clock started. It's 28 seconds left. Fitch with the ball at the 50. They just need to get into field goal range now to win it. As Sherwood, dealing to the sideline, fakes the pass there, goes over the top, gets a wide open man at the 40. Fighting forward, 19 seconds left. Hurrying up offense, needing it now are the Falcons.
I'd call a timeout.
As Sherwood, 17 seconds and ticking. Sherwood taking the snap and then spiking the ball to stop the clock, 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Oh boy, this one isn't done yet. I think we're the hottest show on Audible Call. Say hello to Mike Ackelson. How you doing back at the studio, Mike? We're doing real good in this one here at Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium, as this one coming down to the wire, and an improbable onside kick recovery from the Falcons has this game coming down to the last second.
It's not October, but we have a thriller.
As 15 seconds left, Sherwood over the middle, and it's a pass that is incomplete.
9 seconds left.
3rd down. Still enough time. You got to just hope you get close enough for your field goal kicker now at this point.
Yeah.
Boy, Trey, what a game this has been.
Just when you think it's over, it's not over.
Exactly what you said. Just when you thought it was over, I saw some Irish fans heading for the exit, and they thought this one was as sealed as everyone else did. But a big play by Fitch. 9 seconds, 3rd down and 10. Fitch needing to get into field goal range, have a timeout left. and a chance to take the lead in this one. Sherwood needing a quick pass. He nails it, getting out of bounds, and the Falcons are in field goal range at the 25.
Is this field goal? Is this field goal range?
This is definitely within Josiah Burney's range. You'd like to get a little bit closer, but he is capable of hitting it from here.
And I would imagine he's got to come out now, right?
And you talked about the pressure being on him before with the extra point being on. What kind of pressure is on him now with the whole game on the line?
Here he is.
4 seconds left, not enough time for either play or either team to make a play. It's going to come down to this kick. Josiah Burney lines up the kick from the 27.
It's blocked at the line!
Come on,
oh my gosh!
Huge victory.
The Irish win it! They steal a game at Fitch Stadium!
Oh my goodness!
They steal one!
Oh my goodness, Trey! What a game! What a game! Highs and lows all around. What a game by the Irish! Again, making that one defensive play at the end. Boy, Fitch got everybody on their toes there as Josiah Burney.
The Falcons look like they've seen a ghost.
Trey, what did I say about Josiah Burney and these teams matching up?
Oh.
What did I say? And I might be the most hated person in Austin town right now after that, but literally these teams even throughout the entire way now. All just about each team with a turnover, a fumble on one end for the Falcons, an interception on Brady Shannon's end. Both teams with a couple turnovers on downs. Both teams with a missed kick. And literally, if this game could end in a 48-48 tie, it would have.
Yeah.
But yet there had to be a winner, like we said. And the Irish, by the skin of their teeth, have a big Division II victory over the Falcons as T.J. Parker loses his first regular season game.
Yep, and here comes the flag. Here it goes. What a game.
As the Irish, the Division IV favorites this year, come into Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium and stun the Falcons by a final score of 48-47. And boy, oh boy, what a game we had on the docket for you tonight as part of a bunch of games that were on the docket. And can you ask for anything better than what we saw right here tonight between two of the best teams, as now both the Irish and the Falcons have to look to a Week 5. Irish now with a lot of momentum, Trey.
Crazy amount of momentum. I mean, you come off of a very close loss to a state-winning Chardon Hilltopper team. After 2 wins before that, now you're sitting at 3-1. Huge game for this Irish team, and what a finish. I mean, I said at Hartley, I said I know it's early. I mean, and granted I didn't get the privilege to call that game, but from the stadium or from the stands, I was saying, I mean, that could be game of the year. But after what I just watched, I mean, how can you not call this game of the year?
I mean, honestly, this was as fantastic of a game as you can ask for two very incredible programs, both the Ursuline Irish and the Fitch Falcons, leaving everything out on the field tonight. Shannon finally gets his victory over Sherwood as he finally evens things up, and the Ursuline Irish finally get the Falcons off of their back. As we'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching us this evening, as you can both catch both the Ursuline Irish and the Fitch Falcons on ysnlive.com next week, as the Fitch Falcons will be facing another team that both the Falcons and the Irish know very formally, the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals at Cardinal Mooney next week. And I believe your Irish have a date with the Warren Harding Raiders next week, Trey.
I believe we do.
Another great matchup with a great AAC matchup for the Ursuline Irish. Tune into that one with Irish and Harding next week, Fitch and Mooney next week, as both teams, Fitch looking to come back after a loss, as the Irish look to continue to roll. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Football. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who are able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance today. To our GM, Steve Leslie, does such a great job getting us coaches' interviews and player profiles. He has so many connections throughout the area, we wouldn't know what we would do without Steve Leslie. To my color commentator, Trey Civarella, who had the gracious opportunity to come out here and do this game with me, and I loved it every second of the way. And of course, to all the Falcon media staff that help us out getting all those clean, crisp shots and cuts, we truly appreciate Mrs. Cardillo's boys and girls that help out each and every game for the Falcons. And most importantly, to all of you tuning in and showing up in bunches, whether you're for the Ursuline Irish or the Fitch Falcons, whether you were supporting Ursuline from the Youngstown area from afar, or you're supporting the Falcons right here in Austintown, or wherever you may be in high school football. This is Ty Bartell alongside Trey Civarella, and we'll see you later. So long and good night, everybody.
Later.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.